in front of the ball.
It's a close game.
I'm surprised Vanderbilt didn't throw that sophomore. He's a sophomore now. Big ass negative.
Welcome to another episode of the Wind Up Podcast with your host, Junior Aguilar, and our sponsors, C4 Bat Company, Isa Cookies, and Ferrari Michelada Mix. Welcome to the show, guys. We're live. I'm sorry we're running late. We're here for another great episode, so excuse me. We're going to start a little bit slow, but we're going to get into it. We had a couple guests that called in that had some emergency last minute, so yeah, now we're here. So shout out. We got Santos in the building.
How you doing, guys?
And Julio. We're trying something new, so Julio's on the table now.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man. So let's start it off real quick.
We're going to start off hot, or how we doing?
Let's start off real quick. Where's Steve, man?
Yeah, I don't know.
Supposedly he's sick. What happened to that?
Oh, my God, man. That boy Steve called in sick, bro.
How you going to call in on the only day you actually work? You only work one day. What's up with that?
Hey, that's pretty funny, man. Look, Steve called us. What'd he say, Julio?
He said he was sick. That was Monday.
Oh,
Like
my
Monday morning, he was
God.
already sick. He called in
He's
since
like-
Monday.
Yeah, he's like, I can't make it Friday. He's like,
I'm going to be
Alright.
sick on Friday.
that is so funny, bro. I'm so sorry because I'm tagging everything up. Steve usually takes the lead on this, so just give me a second real quick. But yeah, Steve called in, man. Can you believe that?
Probably not.
They win the Cupids Classic, and he calls in. Come on, man.
Did they win that one?
They won it, dude. They
yeah,
flew.
you're
They
right.
It was a close game.
I heard they flew like 3 kids in, dude.
3 kids?
3 kids, dude. Can you believe that?
It's a Cupid Classic. What do you expect?
The biggest tournament of the year, Santos. Hey, what y'all got? Y'all placed, huh? Legends placed.
Yeah, we placed up there.
Hey, what's going on?
Second place.
That's funny. Okay, so anyways, let me talk to you about what we're gonna have tonight. We are going to have we're gonna talk to one of my good buddies. Hold on. Tanner Lucas, he'll be calling in, talking to us about Xeno Curve baseball. I'm still doing this. Just give me a second. I'll be almost done. And we're also going to be joined by Lale Esquivel. He will be calling in as well. I know that this week we promoted the Girls of Baseball episode, but due to some unfortunate stuff that happened last minute, we're going to push that back. But we do have a good episode and great content scheduled. Right, Julio?
Yeah. We're going to schedule them maybe by mid-March. We'll have them on. That way we could have some girls join us in the studio. And that way we could dedicate a whole episode on them, on the girls who play baseball.
Okay. Yes, for sure. Okay.
Do y'all know if she's starting, or does she start pitching, or
No,
Is she-
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. She plays for Barbers Hill, but we'll bring it up.
okay?
But okay, I stopped spamming everything, so now I'm good. I'm good to go. Woo! Let's get it started. Hey, Steve, where you at? Where is Steve, bro?
Are you gonna call in, or you can't talk?
No, man. Steve is nowhere to be found. But shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. So let's get to it. Let's talk Astros, bro. What did you think about that fake apology that they did?
It was a great apology. What do you mean?
What?
Bregman. I mean, I don't know who scripted that, but he said it word for word.
Front office scripted that.
It was perfect. It was on the money.
Man, it sounded forced as hell, man.
I don't know. Did they was he reading off somewhere, or
I don't know.
he's that smart to just think of all that?
He took a little paper with a speech and stuff. That's funny. He probably did. What do you think? Julio?
So why just Altuve and Bregman? Why not
Ooh,
everybody
that's
else?
a run. Oh.
That's a good question, man. I mean, I don't know. Why was it just
Are they-
Altuve and Bregman?
Well, you
Are they the face of the Astros?
well, you
Is-
couldn't really bring Springer into it.
Why not?
I mean, well, because of his speech thing that he has.
Oh, wow.
So you can't. No, you can't. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Damn.
no.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, whatever.
Look. No. I
That's what
agree.
I'm saying.
I agree. Look, Altuve is like the man, so yeah, of course. But I don't know, man. I still don't agree with the apology. I still think we should have gone out there, just owned it. Hey, we did it. Everybody else did it. I mean, Beltran was out there.
Shout out to Beltran.
Beltran's not over there in Florida right now, is he?
No. But what I mean by that, I mean Beltran was with the Yankees, and then he came here, and then he went back. So I mean, he's affiliated. He everybody knows he did it. Shout out to Carlos Correa though. if you watched his interview, he kind of aced pretty much everything.
Larry House saying Steve's out there defending the Astros somewhere.
I think Springer probably had the best one though. The interview that they had in the clubhouse, I think he had the best one. He actually sounded like he was genuinely.
Well, some of them apologized, some of them didn't, right?
Well, I mean,
Well, like Reddick said, there's no reason to apologize.
Josh Reddick just said
Same thing with Verlander.
He pulled out the belt and just said, "And still." That's what happened. Straight up.
So did y'all hear about Verlander's start in the beginning of the year against the Astros? Gave up 4 home runs. He had like 3 walks. Gave up 8 runs. Earlier that year against the Astros.
2017?
Yeah. Before the trade.
I think I was there.
They actually asked him. They asked him what he felt about that. And he was like, "Whoa, that's in the past."
Oh, man. Larry House says, Altuve ain't a man. What do you think, man? What does the comments think? Should we have apologized or no? Because right now, everybody's like in uproar. I think, well, look, we have a Dodgers fan in the building. Santos is a Dodgers fan. I mean, do you think we stole the trophy from you guys?
I mean, you still have to hit.
What do you think about Bellinger's freaking comments today?
I think out of all people, Bellinger shouldn't be the one speaking out. It would be like Kershaw or maybe Ryu or was Ryu hurt that year? Ryu might have been hurt that year.
Man, Bellinger sucked that World Series. I mean, he had some good hits in Game 4. But, man, he was pretty bad, dude.
Darvish should have been the one to come out. Rest in peace.
But he was tipping his pitches, so he was already telling us.
Yeah, okay. They made that man change his mechanics. They made that man change his mechanics because he thought he was tipping pitches.
Oh, man. You want to know what's funny? Like, looking back at Game 5, that one inning where we had the explosion of runs, and, man, it looks kind of fishy now. It looks kind of fishy when you look back at it. I mean, 6 pitches, 4 runs, that's crazy. But, hey, I was there, so shout out to the Astros, man.
So what Dave said, should Issa make some Dodger cookies or what?
Hell nah. Hey,
put Bellinger crying up there?
Ooh, yeah, I'm down.
That'd be a good one.
If Bellinger's crying, I'm
Issa,
down.
are you listening?
You should make some mock fires and some Bellinger cookies.
Shout out to Coach Garcia and Ambush 9U. They're in town. I know they're playing this weekend. It's going to be a good competition in the 9U. What'd you think about the competition last weekend, Santos? To start off the season as the first spring tournament.
You had some good. The Cyclones were pretty good, and the Stars looked just like what's Steve's team?
The Z team?
Yeah, ZT.
The ZT.
Man.
They look pretty strong, man. Them 2 teams, probably top 11 and 12U teams in the city. Shout out to Steve. There you go, Steve. You're welcome. Stop crying. Hope you feel better.
Hey, stealing size is part of the game. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Coach. I mean, it's part of the game. But, look, at the end of the day, I still believe that I don't care if they're banging on the trash can or they got buzzards on. You still got to hit the ball, man. I mean, that's hard to do.
Stop it, Junior. Stop it.
Come on, man.
Stop
you
it.
really think
What do you
that
think
gives
about
you
that,
an
Santos?
advantage?
What do you think about that?
So you'd really think it didn't help?
I mean,
knowing
yeah, it helps, but
knowing what's coming, that doesn't help.
let me put it to you this way. What are the chances?
It better
that-
be good. It better be good. Go ahead, Junior.
Okay, you're standing up in the batter's box. You got a little buzzard on, right? You know Nosby's
So
coming.
they do have buzzards?
I mean, I'm saying, if that's what you're saying, right?
You hear
No.
the trash can in the
Okay,
background.
you hear the trash can in the background. I got to tell you, look, on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night at Minute Maid Park, our Houston fans are getting lit. You're not going to hear no trash can, bro. Now, if
No.
it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday game, I heard the trash can.
Or a day game or something like that.
I heard the trash can, too, so I was trying to figure out what that was. But, I mean, that's part of the game, dude. I mean,
In the playoffs, there's no way you can hear the trash banging. So how were they communicating it?
Plus that year they had a higher winning average away, right?
Mhm.
So
Okay, look, Jose has a good question. Is Dusty Baker a yes man for the season until we can rehire Hinch? I mean, that's a good question. Look, I think the only team that would probably consider hiring AJ, rehiring him, would be us, or
Dodgers need to hire him.
or somebody crazy like that. The Yankees probably do something. I don't know, man.
No.
But is he just kind of like you said, the yes man? Look, I like Dusty. I've always liked him. I always thought that he should have had a job. I think the Nationals let him go too early. I like him. I remember watching
I
him
love
with the
Dusty
Giants.
Baker.
I remember.
He'll probably give me some tickets.
but
so.
they say he's an
I
old
love
school
Dusty Baker.
he's an old school coach. How is it going to work with the let's say the analytics team that we have now? That
I don't think
They
they'll
don't.
be shifting as much. He's too old school for that.
But he has to adapt, man. I think he'll adapt. He has to.
who
Baker.
the players or the Baker?
Baker. He has to. You don't change a player's game.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to change much. I think he's just going to sit there and answer all the questions for the Astros, and
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do much coaching. Honestly, I think they just brought him in so he can do the interviews.
Now, I know for the people that follow my crazy post, I'm going to say this. Is this the time where we make the move for Baez here? No?
No, not
No.
Baez.
No. Damn. Somebody, if you think making a move for Javier Baez right now is the solution to our problems,
I
go
say
ahead
th-
and drop it in the
I say
comments.
they make a move for Carlos Beltran.
Bring him back?
Bring him back.
They ain't
The
gonna
coach?
He's
bring him
not
back.
suspended.
Nah,
The
man.
Mets haven't had a coach yet. Doesn't have a coach right?
No,
I
they,
don't
they
know.
already made a hire.
Yeah.
They had Rojas, yeah.
Okay.
But as far as Astros, I like Dusty, man. That's a good fit. Old school with the new school. I think if it hinders us in any way, it's just the fact that he might reverse back to his old school ways. I don't see.
Do y'all honestly think Hinch will get a job
Nah, man.
after this year? I don't think the Astros can bring him back.
No, dude. They're not,
I don't think they can.
I honestly think he probably Country says, yeah, Baez would be the best fit. Just I'm telling you guys, man.
With-
Baez can do
With
it all.
Baez daddy hacks and them knowing what's coming.
Dusty
Oh,
Dusty
yeah.
gonna be asleep on the bench. Dude older than Trump. Man, Dusty Baker's just like an old. He reminds me like of one of my uncles. Just laid back, old school. Got a toothpick in his mouth. I think it's good. I think Dusty Baker's here for the ride. Now, I do think this. I think our season is either going to be really good or it's going to be really bad. Either one. I don't think we're going to have a 500 season either. It's going
I
to be
don't
really
think
good
so,
or
yeah.
bad.
So who gets our division this year?
Our division, if we don't take it, I think the Angels. For sure.
Angels.
Think so?
I mean, Otani coming
But,
back.
Yeah.
but I don't think they have the pitching.
Hell yeah.
I don't think
Phil.
they have the pitching.
Dodgers me la pelan.
So what Sam was saying, Bond's greatest hitter of all time not making the Hall of Fame. Does he think that affects Altuve and Bregman?
No.
No.
I remember seeing Barry Bonds growing up in the early 2000s. Man, that dude was a monster, bro. Everything he hit it almost felt like the home run chase between McGuire and Sosa.
Mm-hmm.
Like that last August, September, October.
Didn't he break the record against the Astros?
Probably.
I think it was. I think the home run was.
Yeah, Dusty's a good hire. Go ahead
I
and
like
flood our
Dusty.
comments
I
real
like
quick.
Dusty.
Flood our comments. Tell us for the guys watching right now the show. Comment your conspiracy theory on why Steve is not here today. Do that. Do that real quick because Steve no call no
Steve,
show.
I haven't seen him
Steve,
check in
defend
yet.
yourself, Steve.
Man,
Somebody tag him.
y'all coming to Dallas Fort Worth for the Super next month? Yes.
We're going where?
Dallas.
Eric, I assume Eric. The question is for Santos. Are you taking the Legends team to Dallas Fort Worth NIT?
Yeah. When is that? As long as it's not on March 28th, I'll be there.
Okay. What's
Duelo-
March 28th?
Duelos in Alvin.
What?
God.
Duelo is in.
I just found out today. I got
Alvin?
the text today. Yeah.
Dave Schneider says everyone hated Bonds.
I love Bonds. Bonds was a beast.
I didn't get to see Bonds like when he was young with the Pirates. They said that dude was a beast. I know Mo came in here and he spoke a little bit about
Frank.
it. Steve has the coronavirus. Fuck that. Take away his Employee of the Month award. There you go. The crowd is roaring right now. If the Astros don't win, there will be injuries. Angels will be tough. Yeah, for sure. See, I think the Angels are underrated, bro. They had a decent lineup last year. I think Brad Osmus was just not the guy for them. Now they have Madden. That's a good fit
John
for
Madden.
him. Yeah.
And they picked up Rendon.
Joe Madden. They picked up Rendon. I think they'll be all right, man. I mean,
I just don't think they're pitching.
I don't think they got
they're
the pitching.
look, but as much as people want to hype up the A's, I can't see the A's making any noise, man.
Scrappy. They're always going to
Now
be
they
scrappy.
do have some studs coming up.
They got a badass pitcher. What's his name? Mike Fires? Is that his name?
Is he playing?
No, I don't think so. You still play for him?
Yeah, he's playing for him.
Man, screw Mike Fires, man. That dude's a wuss. He ratted us out, man. The Rangers.
Steve Medina is running a podcast. He's putting cameras up in Baseball USA.
That's funny. Astros won't win 75 games.
Ooh.
Larry Howe's coming in hot.
Well,
man.
what about the Rangers?
He's a Ranger fan.
Yeah.
I guess you can't count him in. Let's
Nah.
just.
Hey, Larry, talking about the Rangers real quick.
Who do they have?
They have
Chirinos?
Hunter Pence still?
Hunter Pitts.
Chirinos?
No, he's with the Giants, bro.
No, he stayed with
Chirinos
the
went
Giants,
back.
yeah.
Chirinos says, I did not participate in the sign stealing.
He took
What
off.
a- yeah, that's messed up, man. Chirinos knew what's up, though. But
I like Chirino.
shout out to Minute Maid Park Jr. over there in Arlington. You saw that they're having a Pluckers, dude?
Pluckers, and I'm surprised they don't have torches in there, too.
Man, I'd be surprised. They're going to start doing the 5 free wings if they
If they win a game?
if they steal a base.
Nolan
okay.
Ryan going back over there. Do the hot dogs over
Yeah,
there?
the Nolan Ryan beef hot dog. All right, somebody write in the comments if you think the daughter
The
Nolan
dollar hot
Ryan
dogs?
beef hot dogs are gonna be back at Minute Maid next year,
Are they?
or will they change the name?
I doubt it. He's gone, too, so.
That'd be funny, dude. They changed the names on the hot dogs. What do they name them? Craig Biggio, the Jeff Bagwell dog. No,
Who knows?
So another big
Jose Cruz beef.
another big topic. Do y'all think other teams are stealing signs?
Hell yeah.
That's
The
that's
Yankees,
been
bro.
a huge one.
The Yankees. The media is covering up for the Yankees, which it's an atrocity.
And
man.
Dodgers.
It is an American
And
tragedy.
Dodgers.
But the Dodgers, look, the Dodgers are stacked. Dude.
I still think both
But
of
I
them are
hate
stealing
'em.
signs. I think they're both stealing
I
signs.
hate 'em.
I think everybody's stealing
Surprise team coming out of the National League. Here you have it. Here you heard it first on the windup. My pick for the coming out of the NL, the Reds, bro.
signs. The Reds.
Cincinnati Reds.
Shout
you
out,
heard it here
shout
first.
out Jose De Leon, my ex-teammate.
Okay. Country, you right about Chapman that he got caught cheating. I saw that too. It was like that.
What do you do?
Yeah, like a substance in his hat or something.
No, they all do.
They all have that.
Hey, what was?
Hey,
what,
you
what,
as a pitcher.
Wait, what did you post on the MLB page last night
What?
in Spanish?
El que no tranza no avanza.
Hell yeah.
I had a couple people ask me like, "Hey, what does that mean?" Well, let me tell you what that means. That's a Spanish like I guess slogan. And what it means is
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
yeah, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So I'm gonna put that on the shirt. Y'all see it out there. Oh, by the way, guys, I will have hats in stock by the Super NIT
Hats of what?
So,
the podcast or?
of the Wind Up
Yeah, the
Podcast.
Wind Up
Okay.
podcast.
So in the next week, you'll see 3 samples going out. The hats will be sold for $25 each, and
Where's that money going to?
That money will go back into our funds to upgrade our studio, continue to upgrade our equipment.
Nice.
So that's what it is. But talking about S30, I want to give a shout out to the Sienna board and Brian Peel for going ahead and giving us the green light to set up the official 10U Major Select 30 tailgate. We're going to have a tailgate out there. So
Can we
shout
bring
out
alcohol?
to the Sienna board, Sienna Sports Complex board, and Brian Peel.
Can we bring stuff in a Yeti or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, it is, you know.
Daddy Yeti cups in full effect.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn, they were saying, so do we cheat at the youth level?
Do we cheat at the youth level?
I already drank it.
Slip the. Do we cheat at the youth level? I mean, you can pick up on the signs. I assume. I mean, if you're playing the big tournaments, I'm not gonna lie. There's people doing shady stuff. But what do you think, Santos? Jay's on steroids. Nah, not yet, man.
Why do you
Not
think
yet.
Junior's no longer in the coach's box? He's over there stealing signs for Jay. How do y'all think he's got his first home run this year?
Come on, man.
He wasn't on his phone on doing.
Oh,
He was not doing.
Hey, talking about that picture Steve posted of me
That
in
was
the
a great
Game
picture.
Changer. I want to give an apology. I want to say an apology to everybody that I've offended on the Game Changer, but I am not. Matter of fact, I apologize to nobody because Jesus,
taking
man,
the,
that
taking the
thing,
Astros
dude,
angle.
Dude, that thing. Yeah, I'm taking the Astros stand. But
The
man, that thing's
commissioner.
hard to like do like in real life. Like if you're trying to like somewhat like coach or get whatever. Like you have to have somebody just dedicated to watch the entire game, dude. I messed up. I think Frank the Tank was talking about we had like 8 kids batting like 700 or something like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I mean, I try to do the best I can.
So it is a hard job.
It is a hard job, but there's no excuse. So if you dedicate one person to it where that's their whole job, they'll get it right.
Junior, you're doing a hell of a job. I like it.
Yeah.
As long as you're not throwing a fit, we're good.
Gilbert Rojas goes says, "How about coaches calling out signs during games?" Damn, I've done that before.
I'm not
coach
gonna lie.
pitch. Coach pitch.
No. Oh.
It's going down the middle. Now I'm playing. Damn, that's crazy. Please introduce yourselves. Daniel Olivares is listening. Old school coach here. Hey, Coach Daniel Olivares, what's going on?
You're supposed to say your name. You're supposed to say your name, buddy. It's called introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on? My name's Junior Aguilar, the co-host of the Wind Up Podcast.
Santos Saldivar just in here because Steve called in sick.
And Julio, the
Julio.
producer.
The producer.
So we're talking select baseball right now. So, I mean, what do you think, bro?
About?
What do you think? Do you really think people are stealing signs at the youth level?
What'd you say? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying? Of course. Of course.
Have you ever experienced that?
Not that I know of. Well, actually, in our championship game, every time I called a curveball, somehow they were stealing. It just so happened as soon as I called a curveball.
Shout out, Ivan.
Ivan, that's my boy. That's from Bravo.
So stealing signs is not illegal.
My
The use
neighbor
of
in Bravo.
technology to steal signs is a big difference. Well, I'd say one thing about that. If you want to blame the technology, they say, hey, you can't steal anything by technology. Take all the electronics out of the dugout. All the Microsoft Surfaces, the iPads, all that.
Yeah, because it wasn't Aaron Judge like
Take it all
replaying
out.
stuff?
Yes,
Yeah.
take it all out. If that's the reason they want to bring up saying, hey, you can't use technology, take it all out.
So how do you do the instant replay? How do you challenge?
Don't do that.
No challenge?
Just have
Just
somebody in the
Blues,
box.
Just the MLB. That's it.
Just MLB challenge
it.
every play?
Because every time they look in the dugout, how many surfaces is in there? How many iPads?
A lot.
How does-
I definitely agree when they say only the Astros are cheating. That's BS.
that's BS. Every team out there does it somehow.
Every
or
team,
another.
every team
Using
does it.
technology.
Okay,
Every
so are the Orioles cheating?
They need to do a better job.
Are the Baltimore Orioles cheating?
Hire Beltran.
I am going to bring that up, man.
Hey, hold
Screw
on.
that. I'm going to turn it into the worst team to baseball now. You're going to blame the Astros. The Orioles are doing a crappy job of using the technology. I'm on strike.
Yes, play old school baseball.
You
game,
gotta
yes,
hire
exactly.
the man right here.
Okay. Hey, I'm about to
The man.
the man.
Carlos Beltran, the legend.
This dude,
You
man.
need to hire
The true Astros mentor.
Orioles.
The true Astros mentor.
Orioles.
Okay,
Hire
hey.
Carlos Beltran. That's the man. That's the man you need to hire, the Orioles.
Hey, Coach Garcia says, I've experienced it in Houston that the coach started yelling at his batter, fastball, curveball, change of outside. Dang.
Damn. I need to
Man,
try that.
That's
I need
crazy.
to try
Yeah,
that.
that is crazy.
Hey, quick question. We're about to break Select World News right here. How many teams do y'all think are using juice bats in Select?
Oof.
Give us a percent. What do you think, Santos? I'm going to say 35. I'm going to go pretty low.
Well, I mean, I don't know because I'm not a parent, so I don't know what actual parents are doing. I just show up and coach, so I don't know. I don't really talk to parents, so I wouldn't know.
Santos, did you play at TSU?
I coached at TSU.
So what?
No, I coached at TSU. I played at Southern University in Baton Rouge.
One thing I did notice, the last 2-3 weeks, I've been seeing ads on my Facebook about getting bats rolled.
I did see
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I did see
And
that.
a lot of people were getting pissed off at that. So is
I
that
did see
considered
that.
cheating if you're rolling your bat?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I actually comment on it. What if a kid gets hit in the forehead off of
But what is the difference if you got a bat that's got 1,000 hits on it and it's broken in just a roll bat?
But that's just a natural way to break in a bat.
The same thing though.
That's not the same team.
You're just speeding the process. I'm not saying I'm
Yeah.
for it. I'm just saying that's.
I'm
that's
just saying
too-
if a kid would take a line drive off the forehead, I mean,
Damn,
that's not safe.
Hey, Chris Vasquez says 60%, dude. 60% of the community is using juice bats. 10% max.
Junior, how do we
honestly,
do that, bro? Can we do that?
I don't know.
That's good softball.
Look on Facebook and you'll click on one of the ads and ask them.
But yeah, I've seen that a lot about the roll bats, and I know I don't agree with it either. But
Uh-uh.
it's the same thing as a broken in bat. You get a CF Zen.
Yeah, but you're whenever you hit it, so if you're breaking it in by hitting it,
Yeah.
you're getting one sweet spot. When you shave it, you're getting all
Well,
the
not
way
shaving,
around.
not shaving,
or
just rolling it.
Rolling.
Yeah.
You're getting all the way around. So no matter how you hold that bat, it's
But
it's broken in evenly all the way around. That means all the way around that bat, it's gonna.
But do you think the kids are knowing not to hit it, not to spin it when they're hitting?
I don't know, but
That's true though. Yeah.
like, I
like
guess
said, I don't agree
I guess
with
an
it,
axe bat would be the best one.
Oh, yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
hit one spot
but
every
one spot,
time.
that's it.
But I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I don't have a kid, but I still wouldn't do it. If my kid's gonna be good, he's gonna be good. If he's gonna suck, he's gonna be a AA champion.
Chris Vasquez says, I get calls all day to roll bats. So, hey, Chris, real quick. Are you for rolling bats or against them?
Of course,
Yeah,
he's making
okay.
money.
Sounded good.
Of course, he's making money off of it.
We just got a text from Steve. Hey, man, I mean, we're watching this, bro. What does Steve say? Hold on. Let me read this. Shout out. Where's Steve at,
Steve
man?
is watching now. He is watching.
So yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
So Steve, are you on your
Steve,
date
Steve,
watching
Steve,
this, or how are you
Steve.
watching this?
Steve is at Vic and Anthony's, right? The steakhouse or Steak 48, eating a $300 steak, just watching this show with his AirPods. That's what he's doing. And he didn't invite us. That's messed up, bro. Dedication. Look, I mean, that's why we moved the girls episode to kind of
To accommodate
to
him.
accommodate, no, not
Wow,
him, but
wow.
accommodate everybody on this special occasion, because
Wow.
you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Lone
Eric.
Star bat rollers.
I don't know. I've been seeing. I think I got posted in the North Texas
I don't-
page.
But Eric, I have no idea where
But,
I saw it, but I saw it on Instagram.
But like the same, like Thomas Johnson said, how can you prove if it's rolled?
Hey,
Can't-
Coach Sam says, I know 413U major teams in Houston that roll and shave. Damn. Blast them, Coach.
So you could tell from the shaved bat, the cap falls off or it comes
yeah,
off.
but nobody checks it.
They're supposed to have some. YouTube's supposed to have some pressure test where you put on the bat and it.
Sammy Sosa just run straight to your bat or what?
I don't know.
After the cat fall off, you run straight to the bat, pick it up, take it to the dugout
I mean,
instead of running to
The
first.
cork falling out of it.
Instead of running to first.
a lot of bats
That's
are
funny.
hot.
But that's true though. It
man.
sucks because it
But-
goes on a lot.
Okay, so what's the percent of players getting hurt by using these bats in the
Oh,
game? I
I
bet
don't
you
know.
it's
I don't
high,
know.
right?
I
It
don't know.
has to be.
I don't know.
Those are
I
some
mean,
good
you
numbers.
can't question.
At what-
Is it going to turn into softball? Every ball that was hit up the middle, you're going to check the bat?
I mean,
You can't really check those bats.
can't.
So
Unless it's shaved.
that's a good question when talking about safety in youth baseball. You know what I mean? Especially at the, I guess
they
at
got
that-
insurance. They'll be all right.
Man,
You
you-
trip
but you,
as-
but you think, okay, let's say some kid does get hurt and it comes out that it was a shaved bat. I mean,
How would they know it's shaved?
Well, you could tell if it's shaved.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you could tell if it's
You
shaved.
can tell,
Yeah.
but that's
So-
only if the cap falls off. Or can you check? Can you
Or is it
see?
Like I
Reasonable
said,
cause?
they actually got, like I said, it's some kind of gauge you put on there and you
Yeah.
roll it on the bat.
yeah.
Whatever it
No,
measures.
it like
it
hits
measures-
the end and it sees
yeah,
how
it measures
much.
the
Yeah.
density, but I don't know if that's here or not.
But also that could also be how much you use your bat,
exactly. No, but not the shaved one.
not the shaved. Okay.
Because the shave is going to measure
Because
how thin.
I played softball, and every big tournament you have to take your bat and
Yeah,
you get it tested,
yeah.
and then they put a sticker if you can use it or not. I don't know if they do that
Damn,
in big
that-
yeah, I
tournaments,
don't know.
but like
that'd be a good idea, Santos.
so I also coached at Texas Southern. Whenever we won the SWAC championship, we went to go play UT in the regionals, and every player had to have their bat tested. So you take your bat up there, same thing as college softball. I mean softball and slow pitch softball. You'd have to go get your bat tested, and if it had too much pop, you couldn't use it. So is that something they need to do? That way you can test if it's rolled or shaved or whatever. That's a lot of process. You Trip, are y'all willing to do that?
I mean,
You can get your boy back in the show or what?
we gonna ask him. I mean,
But it's not worth it though.
The CFCNs, I don't know about bats, but
Yeah, it's like the hottest thing out there. It's not shaved, and that thing's hot out there. Man, I look. I have that debate with a lot of people when we talk bats. Like, what's the definition of hot? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if y'all remember a couple years ago when Dirty South bats came out, it was like the hottest thing in the market. Well, we bought one of those, and man, that thing sounded dull as hell. You know what I mean?
maybe it was your kid using it.
I mean,
Damn.
no. I mean, you're right. I mean, when
I
they
train him, so I hope he's.
I mean, no, you're right. I mean, every kid swings it different. Especially the Eric puts the website to the. All right, man. I like that.
Do we need to get those people on the show?
I have witnessed where the whole team uses, they're switching that same bat every time they come out there. I did witness that before.
Thomas Johnson says definition of hot: opposing team hits a home run with it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Damn.
Santos, you should do that. Every
Stars
home run.
had 5 of them, huh? The Stars had 5.
That
Those
is
were
so
big kids
funny.
though, dude. They got the
huge.
size for it.
They were huge, bro.
Can we play videos on here or no?
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man. I don't want to talk about that. Yeah.
Hey, Jalen didn't give one up.
It's all good, man. When you
2020.
called out to okay, a 2020 DSB for $50 is hot. I'm getting some love right here for Dirty South Bats. Tell us about y'all's experience. Hot means barely passing the compression. That's what hot.
Do they compress bat? Like, can you check?
Yeah, that's
Do
the
they
thing.
do that anywhere?
That's what I was. Well, I don't know if I
Did
know.
they do that in Florida? No,
They-
right?
No.
But the director said they did have one.
Yeah.
So they had one.
They
but
had a
didn't-
compression test, but so if it gets what's the word? Somebody complains about it,
Yeah. So they just go
they'll
and test
pull it out. And,
So we should go
to
to
compression
every
test.
game we play. Just hey, test those bats.
After each home run.
After each home
just
run,
check his
hey.
bat.
Gotta check that bat.
Check that bat. My baby don't give a home runs. That bat must be shaved. Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen. That's funny. What time is it, man?
I bet they have that short hair, don't they?
8:00, 9:00.
Okay. So we're going to keep going, man, because we got a couple guests. I actually have one of my buddies making a call. So,
Are we gonna call somebody or what?
yeah, we have 2 calls lined up. Just
Steve,
waiting.
are you one of them or no?
Nah, man. Steve's over there.
Can we get Coach
Where's he at? Where's he
Casey?
eating at?
Vic and Anthony's.
Vic and Anthony's?
Filet mignon.
Can we get Coach Casey 13U on the show? I don't know. For
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, if he wants to come on.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Oh, by the way, we are going to open up the Ferrari Michelada Mix hotline now up until the show's over. So the number to call is, Julio?
713-703-5783.
All right, so if anybody wants to call and just chat it up, I mean,
Or have any questions you
any
want to discuss
question-
about?
Yeah, we'll bring it up real quick. So the Cupids Classic, good baseball last weekend, man. A lot of good teams.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were in BLD, right?
Yeah, we're at BOD.
How's the atmosphere, man?
How do we get into
was good.
BLD?
Hey, BOD has cameras now.
Yeah?
3 cameras at each
Yeah.
field.
Yep.
What?
I looked up there and I'm like, wow, it's 3 cameras, dude.
In center,
3 views.
Do
What
they
is it
have one in
called?
center field?
It's that same one that
The
from
play site?
Play site.
Do they have one in
Play
center
site.
field or no?
I don't know. I just saw those, but they didn't. I don't think they were streaming that whenever we were playing.
I wonder if Steve's putting cameras up right now.
Let's see. Yeah.
Steve's putting up cameras in Siena. Shout out to the Siena Board Sports Complex and Brian Peel for getting us that spot at the S30. So while I brought that back up, let's talk about the little tailgate real
Wait,
quick.
so Chris, to check a bat, player must get hurt.
That's where I disagree.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll disagree on that too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, hey, let's go back to the tailgate. Okay, real quick, because I got a couple texts right now about the tailgate. Okay, so the 10U tailgate at the S30 is going to happen at the Siena on Saturday and Sunday. So I have a couple teams that I've already said yes to it. So if you're a 10U major team playing in the Houston Select 30 and you want to be part of the tailgate, just let me know so we can have a little spot for you to set up your tent. All that is required is just bring a tent per team to set up the tailgate, and we're actually going to work out the details. I believe they're going to let us barbecue and Yeti cups are allowed. So, you know,
Are y'all doing? Y'all checking what's in the Yeti or?
no.
Okay.
What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing live interviews for that Friday before the S30 and at the 10U. I'll be handling the 10U division. Steve will be at BLD that weekend, and then we will all be Monday morning at
yeah.
Baseball USA.
We're gonna stream some games.
Yeah, so we
that
will
Monday
stream.
on Facebook Live. That way, you know,
I'll call in. I'll call in on Monday.
We'll be calling a couple of the games that we'll be playing on Monday and streaming it live on Facebook.
Yes. So
13U tailgate. Where's that?
what
at?
about a 13U tailgate? Okay, we can make it happen.
Where's that one at?
I believe, where's the 13U playing at, Coach? Is that at Baseball USA? Because if it's at Baseball USA, we can do it.
See baseball tell you now.
What's up, Chester? Hey, man, it was good baseball, bro. I loved what I saw, man. Y'all doing a great job. Shout out Coach Nava and Steve. They're probably still out there celebrating the Cupids Classic Championship.
We need that banner.
Where is
Yeah,
that?
we need that banner. Hey, we got the championship.
We didn't place for no reason, Junior.
Man,
Yeah, I
what's
told
up
Junior.
with that?
Me and Steve told Junior that y'all want it for the banner because we want that, and we've been talking about Cupid's Classic since episode 1, so we need it in the studio.
Yeah. Hey, okay, going back to the tailgate. Yeah, so again, if you're a 10U major team playing in the S30 and you want to join the tailgate, get with me. We're going to put it on there. I believe we're going to try to get a 12U as well going. But I know for sure Monday at Baseball USA, everybody come out. Even if your team doesn't make the semis and championship games, more than likely your kid's not going to be going to school Monday. So just take them to Baseball USA.
And watch some baseball.
Watch some baseball. And,
Learn. Watch
while
some
you're
good
at
teams.
Baseball USA, check out our sponsors where you can get you a custom bat made out of the finest wood from C4 Bat Company. We can put any logo, any color.
Are we taking Issa cookies there?
Yes. And right after that, while you're looking at a bat, you can get some Issa cookies. So we will have some there as well at the S30 for you guys.
Michelada mix? No.
Michelada mix. Unfortunately, Baseball USA did not give us the clearance.
But it has no alcohol. You can drink it with some.
Come on, man.
Some agua mineral
Yeah,
or
some
something.
Come
agua
on,
mineral,
man.
man. Some sparkling water.
Sparkling
If you're
water.
not drinking the michelada mix with beer, you're asking for chorro like that. No.
Sam,
Can you translate that, Junior?
Okay, so Coach
do
Sam
plan, yeah.
says, yes,
Sign it.
we are going to do it. So actually, that's what we're going to do. Like I said, we had to mix up our show for today for some circumstances that popped up. So we're just going to freestyle it. But yes, I'll write that on my notes. That was what I was planning to do. Frank Tank says, I'm coming down with the coronavirus and need to take that Monday off. Like I said, it doesn't matter, man. If your team is in it, is not in it,
Just go
have
enjoy
the
some
Frank
baseball.
the Tank
Some
attitude.
good
Go
baseball.
It's gonna
watch
be
some
some
baseball.
good baseball.
You're going to have the 9, 10, 11, and 12U major division playing there. The best of the best around the country.
Probably on the same
And
4 fields back there. In the
I
back
believe so. The 12U, they're
They're
going to play in
playing.
the high school fields. But the 11s, 10s, and 9s, I would not
Five
doubt
playoff.
if they're all
5
in
through
the
8,
same
something like that.
quadrant. So that would be awesome. Eric Waller is asking, are y'all coming to the Dallas Fort Worth NIT? Santos, you've answered that?
I guess we are.
Yes, Santos is going.
So if I'm going, does that mean the show goes?
Yeah.
All right, Steve, you heard it. You heard it here. Steve, get your CT team there.
Yes, Wes Brown. How about those 10U major premier national kids? Hey, man, like I said, you guys are number 1 on the official wind-up rankings,
In our
and
hearts.
I picked you guys for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I actually, hey, Wes, talking about you guys, I did give Coach Derek a text on Monday congratulating him. And shout out to Strike Zone while I'm at it. But, yeah, great ball game, man. So we got the the Modelos moving around here.
Where are you gonna be this weekend? I'm taking that cap.
Coach Sam, I'll give you a shout after the show. Saturday we're at Baseball USA, and Sunday we'll be at Bear Creek. But if for whatever reason we do not make it the entire day, I will stop by Baseball USA and catch some of the games that are going on there. Yeah, officially.
RJ Escamilla,
Just watching.
let's tag.
Shout out. Hey, but yeah, Wes, like I said, man, It was a great game. I watched it because actually the 10U major bracket last week played a little bit early. So the championship game was whenever we were getting there for our first game in the back. So I got to watch it. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. Shout out to Premier, man. Y'all have a hell of a squad, man. Shout out to my boy Dave while I'm at it, too. From Premier now. That used to be Adidas.
Saturday, what time we play at? 12 and 2.
Okay. We play what time? Oh, okay.
12 and 2.
Yeah.
We
Playing this
also
weekend?
play at 12 and 2.
Y'all playing this weekend?
Yeah, 12 and 2.
We're playing every weekend, man.
Every week until the NIT.
Yeah. We're Santos says that he wants to win over 200 games this season.
Dusty
He
Baker
says-
status.
He says Tommy John who? That's funny. But again, Steve is still no call no show.
He's eating that steak.
I'm telling you, bro.
Can you put a comment at least?
That boy's a-
Are you okay? Like, we need to know if you're okay.
Yeah.
Take you some balloons. Get well soon.
So while we're at it, Santos, open this up. We're gonna hit into our first live commercial.
We need to, like, hold on.
And we want to talk about the Wind Up Media Group. Wind Up Media Group is your place to go for all entertainment. Please, we will have the website up and running soon.
Oh, talk about the check down. Who we gonna have as a guest in a few weeks?
Oh man,
That's a big announcement. They announced it.
Okay.
They announced it on the show on Wednesday.
Okay, they announced it on the show on Wednesday. For you guys that follow us on the Check Down podcast, we've been having fire, right? I'm going to make the announcement for the Check Down on the Wind Up right here. We will have on the 26th, I believe.
I think so.
The
I got
26th, the one and lonely
And only?
Art Briles.
Our brother's calling in there.
Nice. He's
He-
calling in?
Yeah, he's calling in.
He's
not
calling
He's
in.
not coming to your house? It's messed up.
I don't know where he lives, so.
He's got a mansion somewhere in Central Texas. But we will have Art Briles on the show live. Very exciting for the Check Down. And also, the Check Down is and will be live from Round Rock at the Showcase this weekend. So, shout out to Robert and Roy out
good
there.
Good luck to them
Is
out
that
there.
where
Good
Troy's
luck
at?
to them. Good
Yeah.
luck to Troy as
Yeah.
well.
Troy's
He's
at,
out there. So shout out to all the kids that are playing in that football showcase this weekend. Shout out to them. But here we go. Now we're
First four?
the first pour brought to you by the Wind Up Media Group. So we just broke down news. So on that, we're gonna have the website up and running, and on the website we're gonna have bios, we're gonna have the rankings, we're gonna have all of our schedule, what we're planning, and all of our sponsors on there. So I know that we put up a post earlier this week about looking for sponsors. We've had a lot of people reach out for us and for information. We answered everybody's questions, and we're glad that we're going to be able to announce a few partners moving forward in the next couple weeks. So it's looking real good for the Wind Up.
We're actually
Yeah,
going to have
Media Group.
a photo of the week
Oh, yes.
on that website. So any
Yes.
photographers that take pictures of your kids out there, if you get a good picture, send it over, and we're going
If
to
you got a shaved back picture?
Yeah, a
send
shaved
that
bat
one
or
in there.
A shaved bat.
a coach stealing signs or something. We'll put it up.
Yeah. Also, we're going to have our Steve Medina picture of the week. So stay tuned for that. Steve Medina. Shout out Cookie, ZT Baseball, giving us some love.
So how was everybody's Valentine's today?
Man, it was good, bro. I mean, it was chilling, like I said.
Houston Roughnecks. Houston Roughnecks.
He goes, please, no more rankings. Come on, man.
Hey, they're going to be on there. Juniors rankings
Yeah.
are going to be on that website.
Yeah,
They're going to be updated every week.
Yes, country. That is very big. Coach Art does not do podcasts or listen to interviews. This is awesome. Yeah, it's going to be the biggest event in the Wind Up Media Group history, as well as our
Check Down.
subsidiary, the Check Down. So, shout out to those boys doing great work out there. It's going to be awesome. We actually have next week, we will have Rashard Wells in the building live. He'll be coming in. And then we also have a couple more guests.
Steve will be back.
Steve will be back.
Hopefully.
Mike Jacob
Hopefully he's better.
from Marucci Elite will also be in here in the next couple weeks. We got a couple calls lined up for other teams that are coming in from out of the city for the S30. So that's very, very exciting. If you really think about it, we're like 3 weeks away from that tournament. So it's like It's crazy, man. We have the best of the best coming in, man. So
How many teams are signed up now?
right now? It's over 500 teams, man.
Wow.
Shout out to the Houston Roughnecks. Keith Fetter says 11U and 10U MVP Reeves will win both divisions at the S30. Bet on it. Yeah, go ahead and add $100 to that bet, Keith. Go ahead and for the people watching in the comments, who do you think is going to win the S30? Like as each division, put your comments on there. We will have a poll on the page soon as well, and I will release who I think is going to win the S30 next week when Steve comes back. I had actually posed it. Man, Lois says, how do you feel about Jim Crane's press conference yesterday? I actually he's the owner. He had to say something. It was okay. I mean, he didn't say as much as I thought he was going to say, but I think it was okay for, I guess, what they were trying to do for the media. They were just trying to, like, put a Band-Aid on the scab pretty much. That's what I hate about the media, man. Like, they push a lot of stuff that forces athletes, forces organizations to, like, kind of say or do certain things, move a certain way. I do not agree about apologizing. I think we should have just kept going, because if that's the case, how come New England gets away with all the Spygate, Deflategate? You know, I love New England. I think Tom Brady's the GOAT, but at the end of the day, it's a similar situation. So that's what I think.
I think they just did the fire.
Yeah, for sure.
I just blame MLB for that.
So I think so. They just, it was dying down already.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, it's on every channel, every radio show. Hey, we got Tanner on the phone.
Oh, hey, what's going on? We got Tanner Lucas on the phone. Hey, what's going on, brother? Coach is from Willis, Texas. Is that correct? Hey, it's been a while since I've seen you, man. How you been?
And trying to get these kids ready, get geared up, and starting out the spring season. We got some pretty cool stuff going on this year, so we're pumped.
And I know you're an organization that got started. You guys are about, what, a year old? Talk to us about your organization, where you're based out of, and what are your plans for the spring? What age groups do you have, and where can we contact you?
Yeah, definitely, man. So we're about 2 years old. So I know you guys played the Cyclones last weekend with Jeffcoat Catlin.
Yeah.
So we started with Catlin. He had a AA team that he had his team, his AAA majors team, and then he had a AA team.
So
and I had just got out of the Marine Corps and came home. Actually, my neighbor was one of his other coaches, so he asked me if I wanted to coach that team. And we ended up. I kind of wanted to start my own thing. It was definitely not a negative break at all. I just wanted to kind of start my own thing and get my own deal going. So I started up Zeno Baseball, man. It's crazy how the kids, man, you get these kids and they latch onto you, and it's really cool, man. But yeah, so we're out of Willis. It's by Conroe, the Woodlands area. I don't know if I know you guys are Houston, so we're about an hour north. But yeah, man, we for the spring we're gonna play some U-Trip. We're gonna play some Nations, and then our World Series we're playing is actually in Omaha, and it's a Triple Crown Sports World Series. So we're not tied to either, U-Trip. We have to play so many U-Trip tournaments to qualify or whatever. So that's pretty cool. We're excited about that. But yeah, man, we're excited. It's gonna be a good season. We got our 11U. We had a 9U last spring, but that kind of fizzled out. I couldn't really find a coach to stay committed to it, and it was tough for me to, working a full-time job and coaching two teams. It was tough. It was bearing. It was very, very heavy on me. So that team kind of disbanded. But next season, man, we're really looking at picking some stuff up. We got some really cool stuff coming in the future. I partnered with a guy out of Austin. His name's Mike Bagard. He ran NXG recruiting. It was really geared towards the older kids and trying to get them some, player profiles built and get them strength and conditioning and all that ready to go for their actual college stuff. So I partnered with him, and he's moving down. He actually gets in on Monday. So we partnered with him, and he's going to come in, man. We're going to be looking at trying to get a facility. We're looking at trying to add quite a few teams and really kind of blow this thing up. We're really excited.
Very nice. And how many teams do you have right now?
We just have the 11U right now.
Okay, 11U. And this is a new organization. How did you choose your name? How did you go about it? That's very interesting, man.
Man, I didn't know. I narrowed it down to like three names. One of them was like a military theme, and then for like our actual team name. One of them it was a military theme, and then one of them we were looking at the Sabers was one of the team names that we were kind of throwing around, and then Curve with the backwards K was the third option, and we were like, all right, I think we're gonna do Sabers. So I hopped on UTrip, and there was already a Sabers team out of Houston. So I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. That's not cool. So we went with a Curve, and then Zeno, man. I was just kind of browsing around online trying to find something that was different, that wasn't something that kind of made a statement that nobody had ever heard before, and man, I came across this Zeno thing, and I looked up the meaning and stuff, and it's like out of this world kind of. So and that I was like, that's pretty cool. That it flows well. I like it. So we took it, we ran with it, and that's what we're rocking, man.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, brother. And real quick, how's the baseball up there in Willis, man? I mean, talk to us about that. As somebody that's like closer to the bigger city, I know we have more opportunities, more kids, et cetera, et cetera. Talk to us about baseball in Willis, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, there's a couple good teams in this area. We're out here by Montgomery. So you got the Ballers, and Kyle Foster does a bang-up job with that organization. They're fantastic. You got the Ballers. You got the Cyclones that are actually in Willis as well. The Willis the league out here, they started some select teams, like League Select. They got some kids that are going out and playing tournaments. They're really kind of gearing towards getting kids ready to go play their for like the actual, I guess they're Dixie, I don't know, but they're looking to go play the big Dixie tournaments and all that. It's more geared towards that, like all-stars type deal.
Okay.
But it's good, man. There's some good teams. I tell you, and I don't know this because I'm not in Houston, but I would imagine, you get a team in Houston, and you got a lot of kids that are probably going to come out. And man, out here it's slim pickings sometimes. You kind of, it's not like you have 30 kids at a tryout that are ready to go. You really have to develop your players. Not saying that the organizations in Houston don't do that, because they certainly do. But sometimes you get some kids that haven't played as much or haven't played at a higher level, come straight out of league ball, and it's really development, man. So it's definitely a challenge, but it's a cool challenge. It's cool to be able to see your kids grow and see them go from maybe not the greatest ball player, but really building on those fundamentals and embracing what you're teaching and the way that you teach and the style that you teach, because everybody coaches different.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see your players develop, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Talk to us about, I know I saw this online. You and Raul kind of teamed up for Raul from The Grind as a sponsor, correct? Talk to us about that a little bit. I know we've had Raul on the show, and we're good friends with him. So shout out to Raul real quick.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So for, like I said, we're going to do our World Series in Omaha, and obviously there's a lot of cost in that. And I understand. I don't make $1 million a year. I don't make a whole lot of money. So I understand that these parents who are playing travel ball, buying stuff, like, I get it. It's a lot of money. So we've really kind of tried to figure out some ways to fundraise. And I have to shout somebody out right now, Amy Christensen. I don't know if you're listening, but you are a saint. We picked up Tyler this year, and Amy is like a fundraising guru. So she came up with these packages for these sponsorships, and we don't have a 501c3, so it's tough, man, because you can't just go to these companies and ask for stuff, because they can't write it off as a tax break. So she went through and she figured out the amount that you can actually donate without it, that you can still do a tax break on, and it not be too much to where they can still write it off. So we had a couple different packages, and Raul was one of our top packages. So we're gonna we're gonna carry around Raul's the baseball grind on our tent. We're gonna take a little banner to the tournaments and stuff to get some exposure for these companies that are sponsoring us, man. And so, shout out to the baseball grind for sure. NXG recruiting was another one of our big ones. And then full count peak performance. Guy named Montana Parsons. He's out of Montgomery, I believe. Man, that guy's been working with some of my pitchers because I'm not a pitching guy at all. I was a catcher. That's what I played. I played middle infield as well, but pitching is not my thing. And Montana went to he took a couple of my kids in, man, and they have significantly improved. I mean, their velocity, they're hitting spots, they're doing the things that they need to be doing at their age, and man, he's awesome. So if anybody in the Montgomery area, Montgomery, Willis, Conroe, up here on the north side is looking for a pitching coach, shout out Montana Parsons, man, he's awesome.
Nice. And Coach, let me ask you real quick. What made you guys want to go to Omaha? Was it just like something out of the you heard about the tournament, or you just wanted to try like something different? Most of the teams that around Houston area want to stick to the normal, trying to go to the elite, trying to do the PG, et cetera, et cetera. I don't really hear a lot of teams trying to go to the Triple Crown events. So what kind of made you choose that?
Man, so to be completely honest with you, it was the beginning stages of it was very, very kind of a selfish decision on me because I have always wanted to go to a College World Series. It's been something that I've always wanted to do. I've wanted to go see. I've wanted to go experience. And so we started looking, and we found this was probably 2 years ago. We were looking. We were like 12U. Okay, we're gonna do Cooperstown because that's everybody says that's the tournament for 12U. Yep. But let's do something big for 11 too. And we found this Omaha tournament and started kind of asking around and poking around, and everybody says that it's run fantastic and it's a really good, really well put together tournament. And you get to go see College World Series games. So the College World Series and the Slump Buster they're not partnered, they're not one and the same, but they're like a partnership. So you get some College World Series tickets, you get discounted prices for extra tickets. So we decided we're going to go up there and do something different, man.
Nice. Hey, man, like I said, I've never been there. I've always wanted to go to a World Series myself. So that's going to be a great experience for you guys, man. You have to bring me something back for the show.
I got you, man. I got you.
And, hey, I saw you share a post on our page earlier this week about Blue Ridge Baseball Association. And, I wanted to just kind of touch on it a little bit. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, definitely, man. So I was scrolling through Facebook, and they had. I follow the North Texas Baseball versus the World, I guess is what it's called. Yeah. And somebody had posted on there that this at Blue Ridge Area Sports Association that somebody went through and burned their entire, like they have a kind of like a Connex box full of all their gear. They just got a gator to drag their fields, and they're a smaller town. It's not a big town at all. But they had all their gear, all their baseballs, all their chalk, all their turfus, everything in this locker. And somebody went in and burned it down, and it burned everything to the ground. So, I mean, and baseball is a crazy thing, man. Like the people who are diehard baseball fans and love baseball, anytime something like that happens, they always come together and always kind of, help each other out because it's about the kids, man. It's not about us. It's about the kids. So, I tried to I posted it on the Houston area page, and yeah, man. So I definitely want to try to get them some, man. Whatever we can do to help is to help these kids out to be able to play. They're trying to start the second week of March, and they just got all their stuff burned down. Luckily, they did catch the guy. He's because I talked to Ricky. I don't know his last name, but he runs that. He's like the president for that league. And, man, they caught the guy like 5 minutes after. Damn. So that's good. But at the same time, their stuff's still burned down, man. It's really unfortunate. They're up there near Waco.
Damn. Yeah, I saw that, man. And I reached out to him, and I told him we would touch on the subject. I'll see if I can try to get him on the line during the show, but if I don't, man, I know that they're going to be putting information on how to send donations and equipment to their Little League and their field. So I just wanted to give them
Yeah,
some
man.
love.
I actually I have their PO box or their address. So if
Okay.
anybody wants to help out, grab a pen real quick.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, they're so the address to send anything like material wise is PO Box 202, Blue Ridge, Texas 75424.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. PO Box 202, Blue Ridge, Texas 75424.
Cool.
Nice.
And we'll post it up on our Facebook page as well.
Yeah, man, because that sucks for those kids, man.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
get out there getting all excited for baseball, and then some punk teenager. I don't know if it was a teen. I don't know who it was, but somebody who obviously wasn't thinking of the repercussions of what they're doing fully goes out there and burns it down. Man, that's terrible. That's just terrible.
What were the last numbers? Sorry about that.
No, you're good. It's 75424.
424. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So 202 Blue Ridge, Texas, 75424.
That's correct.
Perfect. I'll put it on the comments.
Awesome. Yeah, man. So let's help those people out. I know I got some gear laying around that I'm gonna send out to them just to kind of help out, but let's help those folks out, man. Those kids don't deserve that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate you calling in, brother, man, and I'll stay in touch with you, and hopefully I can see you at one of these weekends, give you some of the wind-up stickers, and like I said, I appreciate you coming on and talking about Zeno Curve, and I wish you the best of luck in the future, and maybe we can try to set up a scrimmage sometime.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's do it. Y'all take care. I appreciate y'all having me.
No
I'll
problem.
have to get you guys some hats, man. Next time we get some hats, I'm gonna have to get y'all some hats and get them to you.
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Sound good, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, fellas, take care.
All right, you too. Thanks.
It's blown a save.
All right, there you go. Well,
So
that's
another topic. What y'all think of Buffalo Wild Wings? Did y'all see the retweet?
taking shots at the Astros.
Yeah.
I'm going to protest. I'm not going to Buffalo Wild Wings anymore.
It's gonna be Pluckers from now on.
Pluckers from now on. And if Pluckers better not mess this up either.
Pluckers better say something.
Or
Pluckers
if not,
better
I'm
say
Or if
something.
not, we're going to Wingstop. Hey, Steve, I see you.
Make an appearance?
Still not calling in.
Hey,
Where's Waldo?
Federer's saying that MVP's gonna come and take it all.
Well,
Hey, Fetters, if
I
you ever
mean-
want to pick up,
the comments are popular right now. I mean, between him and Coach Pepe. I mean,
and Joseph.
come on,
Joseph,
man.
stop calling people out on these tweets. I mean,
So
on
we're
these
gonna get
comments.
another guest on the line as well, huh, Julio?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wait a little bit.
I said we call this Joseph guy calling me out on these comments.
He says you have tobacco, bro.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, so what,
Tobacco free.
Dip it on the field, Santos. Don't do it no more, man.
so college baseball starts today.
Yeah.
All right.
We-
We're watching the game
Right now. Huge game. Michigan just hit a 2-run bomb in the top of the ninth. It was 3-2 ball game. They just hit a 2-run bomb, so they're up. This is actually the last year's championship. It's a rematch.
Yeah.
So, who do y'all think is gonna take it this year?
Vanderbilt looks good.
Yeah,
I say Louisville.
Louisville.
Louisville, really?
I got Vandy, man. I think
Vandy's
they,
probably the strongest. They probably got the strongest starting rotation.
yeah. Hey, but talking about college baseball, let me give a few shout outs. Let me give a shout out to Josh Larzabal from Rice University. Started his season today. We had him on the show earlier this year, so shout out to Josh. I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you have a great season. We'll try to go catch a few games.
I'll go down there and check it out. I've been down there last year. It was pretty good.
What do you?
So-
So we'll go out there. Also, Peyton Chadnier, a true freshman, playing second base and hitting second in the second hole, the 2-hole.
Mississippi.
From Mississippi
Ole Miss.
at Ole Miss. We had his interview earlier this year as well, and I'm very proud of you, Peyton. Aaron
Representing
Cunningham
Houston, representing
hit me
Houston.
up, and he's like, "You got to check this out." I kind of watched the game a little bit. They dropped their first game today, but he did go 1 for 3 with a hit and a walk. So shout out Peyton. We will be out there for the A&M game against Ole Miss. So I'm excited.
You
I'm
going?
excited
You going
about
to College Station?
it. Yes, sir.
Is that the closest they play?
Yeah. And that'd be nice to go check them out.
Yeah.
And also Trey
Aggie
Faulting,
man,
man. Trey Faulting, Coach Sanson's son, man. Shout out to Trey, true freshman again, playing shortstop, man.
For what
In the
school?
6-0 from UT, bro.
UT.
So shout out Trey,
Steve,
man.
Steve.
Howdy,
Shout
toddy.
out.
Steve put a
Yeah,
comment.
oh my God, Steve. He's alive.
He is alive,
You
guys.
finished the steak?
Man, the coronavirus, man.
I agree with Goober on the Wingstop. They do have the best wings.
Definitely. And fries.
Wingstop.
Yes.
Yeah, look, man. Do not try
Do not
for,
go to Buffalo
for
Wild
all the party teams in Houston, and that y'all try to go to Buffalo Wild Wings or Pluckers in between games. Let me tell y'all something. You guys got to do Wingstop. They got beer and they got wings and they serve at like 5 minutes, bro.
Isn't there a Pluckers by
By
Yeah,
Baseball
by
USA.
Baseball USA?
Yeah,
And the
but,
Buffalo Wild
but that
Wings.
one takes like an
Well,
hour.
Well, not Buffalo.
No more
Wild
Buffalo Wild
Wings.
Wings.
No more Buffalo Wild
Protest.
Yeah, man. Buffalo Wild Wings. See, the other day we went to Pluckers.
Wings. Smart.
Steve was like, "What flavor you gonna get?" And I said,
I was there.
Baker's Gold. He had never tried Baker's
Ooh.
Gold, and
That one's amazing.
to this day, I want to say that is the best flavor. Steve liked it, you know. So in the comments,
Steve doesn't like a lot of things.
drop your favorite wing flavor while you're at it.
At Pluckers?
Yeah, Pluckers or any wings.
Somebody
I
tag
think that's the
Pluckers.
best. I think that's the best flavor, man.
Can you
Because you know
tag
what? They
Pluckers?
also have it at Minute Maid Park, man. That's the thing to get, man.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Vanderbilt with a chance to win it, man.
I don't
4-3,
think so.
bottom of the ninth, man. All right, so here we go.
Next caller.
Yeah, we're about to get.
Go Canes 12U Elite. Steve. Did you say Baker's Gold? Yes, Baker's Gold.
Yes. Who said that?
Jose.
Yes, for sure.
Big
All day, every day, bro. All right, man. So, yeah, we have another caller in our Ferrari Michelada Mix hotline, and I want to
is it a
random.
Random?
No.
No, it's all right.
We actually have a guest. I'm excited for him to come on the show. We have Lale Esquivel. How you doing, brother?
Hey, good. Thank you for having me, man.
Hey,
Appreciate
man,
it.
anytime, man. Hey, it's a pleasure to have you on. I know a lot of guys know you from the travel baseball scene. Some people know you from the collegiate scene. And like I said, I just want to get you on the show. I welcome you. I have Santos here. I have Julio. Steve couldn't make it. I think Santos said he was scared to come on.
That I was scared what?
That Steve was scared to come
Oh,
on.
Steve, definitely, yeah.
Wow,
We're
man.
He was scared. He
We
thought
had
you were gonna
we
be
had
here.
to say it, man. We had to say it, but
I hear you.
hey, Lale, man. Hey, we appreciate you coming on, man. And before we get started, man, everybody knows about the Bombers. Everybody knows about the Canes. Everybody knows about anything that happened last year. But I want to talk about Lale Esquivel, Miami Hurricane. Let's talk.
Oh, yeah, long time ago. But yeah.
Let's touch up on that, man. As you can see, I'm a big University of Miami fan. Used to grow up watching the baseball and the football, and
Yeah.
I
Well,
want
that's
to
kind
just.
of how it started for me, man. I was a teenage kid, and back in the day, they used to play Notre Dame on football. Probably when I was in 7th, 8th grade, and I'd watch them play football, and they would fight each other, and it was cool. And I told my dad, I was like, man, I really want to go to school there. I had no idea if they even had baseball. And as I got older, I grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Travel ball wasn't what it is today, obviously, so we didn't travel very often. So once a year, we would take a trip, and we just happened to go one year to Cocoa Beach, Florida. That was like the big World Series of some sanction when I was 15 years old. And I got lucky enough to get seen by Miami, and they had interest. And obviously, I loved the school and wanted to go. And I committed when I was a junior, and was fortunate enough to be able to go there, and from 97 to 2001, and played there a long time, and had a good career, and left there with some records and some hitting records. And we actually won the College World Series in 1999, which was one of the greatest moments of my baseball life, obviously, and something that I will always remember and cherish. it was definitely the start of something special, when I was a kid to get to that point and be able to play at that level. When you're doing it, obviously you don't appreciate it the way you appreciate it later in life when you see your own kids playing and kids, that are trying to accomplish that goal too one day to get to schools like that. And it was definitely an honor and, a great opportunity for me and do that. And then to win, to win at that level and win the College World Series, to have a ring. And, not many people can say that and be a big part of that, a big contributor on the team. It was definitely something special and something I worked hard for my whole life and trained for and prepared myself for. Just doesn't obviously happen overnight and easy, but, it was a long process to get where we got to. And
Yeah.
now to be able to try to get kids there at this age, starting at the youth level, to get them there to the college level. And, I learned a lot that helps me today in my coaching aspect and to get what we're trying to get and for people to see the big picture of what we're trying to get to.
Okay. Man, I appreciate you sharing that. And as somebody that, grew up idolizing the school and kind of the alma mater and all that stuff, is it just as you would have pictured it when you stepped foot on campus, or was it a little bit different? How was the transition from Texas to Florida?
I would think it was tough for me. Like I said, we didn't travel as much back then as the kids do now. Every weekend we're traveling all over the world, it seems like, to play. So they're accustomed to different environments, a different set of people. I grew up here in Dallas at a small school. And you get to Miami, and that was definitely eye-awakening. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it was, Cubans and Puerto Rican women running around everywhere and all this stuff. And I'd never seen none of that, and then partying and going think crazy. And it was Miami in the heyday. And, obviously their football was very big. And so it was a crazy atmosphere for sure. And it took a long time to adjust. I'll even be honest with you. I came home my first semester with a 1.2 GPA. And my dad was like, dude, you're not going back. And that was on the Christmas break, I remember. And I said, no, I got to go back. I'll fix it. And I had to go back and really bust my butt to get my grades right, because it was eye-opening for me for sure. I just wasn't used to that type of environment and things, and I just got kind of thrown to the wolves there. And, my parents take off and leave, and they're half a country away. So it was different. Kids these days, a lot more independent with their phones and everything else, and traveling, so they see a lot of the world and see a lot of the different big cities coming, Houston or Dallas or Florida or wherever we're going to play these big tournaments. So it was an adjustment, that's for sure. So it took time.
And the transition that you said, it was a little bit different from the Texas side, but how bigger were the distractions in like the Florida, I guess, baseball scene as compared to what you would have experienced here in Texas? As far as like language and the different vibes and all that stuff?
Well, it was definitely different. I will say this. I tell people this all the time. Generally when I walked into Miami, luckily I was enough. I come from I'm half Hispanic, so I learned Spanish at a young age, so I was bilingual, still am. So it was definitely a huge advantage for me. But we would have tons of kids, and when I mean about tons in a college setting, where you probably you have 25, 30 kids there every year. But I would say 4 to 5 kids every year that were not from Florida. Texas kids, California, would leave within 2 to 3 months. They couldn't do it. And it was the language barrier, because I would say 90% of every player on the team spoke Spanish, the coaches included. So everything was if you didn't know Spanish and weren't bilingual, it was very, very tough. So kids that come from, we had a kid from a small town in East Texas that just so happened to get a scholarship from Miami, and he was gone within 3 months. I mean, literally, he didn't speak Spanish. It was just a different environment, a different world, and a different style of baseball. I mean, it's just different. I mean, and I still say it today. I say this a lot of times. You see a lot of kids that play in Florida. We go to South Florida and play. They got a lot of swag. They got a lot of flavor to their game. I mean, they're a lot of extra. I kind of say, I get a kid, they'll kind of time that thing and make you a nice dive and play when you maybe not really need it, but it just looks good.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the thing they do. And down there in South Florida, and that's just kind of what they do, which I'm okay with, but that's not what they do here.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's a different type of baseball. The infielders kind of make that little extra hop when they turn double plays in the middle and things like that. It's just a little bit different. The Latin game is, the players tend to play the game at a little different swag, I guess to say.
And talking about that, the different way, like the different culture and stuff, do you think that's the difference as to why kids, I have this talk with Steve all the time, and what I'm asking is, there's different ways of playing baseball. Which is the best, most fun way to play it? The way that like the Latin people play it, as far as not being structured, just playing the game, having the swag, or the way that the select world has now taken it to where it's like everything's strict, everything's has to be to perfection, everybody's watching login, game changer stats, etc.
Yeah, I would think the Latin game is a more fun game for the kids, because you're right. Here it's very structured. We got the lessons. We got to make sure we're eating this, and we got to make sure that they're running here. And every year it seems to get worse and worse with kids that I see, Facebook and whatever, that this trainer and this guy is doing this, and we're spending all this. Where they're just getting a little glove and some rock and go roll. A few years ago we had the opportunity with the 12U team, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, to play in Puerto Rico in the WABC World Series at a 12U age, and we got the chance to go let the kids travel and see the different academies and see the different fields, and it was eye-opening. I mean, they were blown away. I mean, just that these kids hardly even had gloves and everything like that, and they're out there running around and think that it was New Year's, man. I mean, they're having fun, they're playing, and behold that they have more pressure than all of us, because for them to get off the island, for to say, is what kind of how they put it. I mean, that's it. That's life. I mean, if they don't get off, they're having a 8-hour dollar paying job for the rest of their lives, and life is a struggle. So I mean, that's it for them. Here we got kids that have the opportunity to go to college and do other stuff. Mom and dad have money or whatever, and life's different. I mean, so it's different, man, and definitely, and it's an adjustment for a lot of kids, and a lot of people don't really see it, I don't think, from like Texas or kids like this, until they probably get into a high end East Coast college or professional baseball. Once you get to professional baseball, it's big time, because that's really predominantly all you see is Latin kids at the most part.
Hey, Coach, this is Santos Saldivar.
Hey, Adam.
When you were at Miami, who was the pitching coach there?
When I was there, the guy named was Laser Callazo.
Oh, okay.
He was the pitching
No,
coach.
because
and then after I left, a guy named JD Artiaga is the pitching coach now, who actually I played with. He was my teammate at Miami.
Okay. No, because my pitching coach in college was Dan Canaveri.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if he was there before or after you.
I think he was there a little bit after me.
After
a little
you?
bit after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he had also won a ring at Miami, so I was wondering if it was the same time you were there.
Yeah, it was really literally the year after I left, because they won again in 2001. There's the year after I was gone.
Yeah, he was my pitching coach my senior year.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
No, real good guy.
We get to go back a lot and do some stuff every year when we go to the Elite 32 World Series. I try to take a trip down to Miami. It's a 2 or 3 hour drive, and I actually take some of my kids off the team, because they obviously let me go in the locker room and hit on the field, and we get to practice and see everything. And I get to show the kids that I actually did play baseball one time. Because they don't believe me half the time. Because back then we had VHS tapes that my grandfather made that some games were on TV, but
Yeah.
it's hard to find videos of me playing. So I like to take my kids and tell them, you know what, I used to be pretty good, man. So here, look at this.
So how do we get into your organization where we can go to Miami?
Yeah,
you just got to win, man. Just keep winning. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
And let's talk about winning. You guys I believe you guys have a perfect record on the 12U Canes, right?
Yeah. Last year we were 91-2. This year we're 38-0, 30-0 in U-Trip. So over the last year we've been pretty successful. Last 2 years, I guess. Come to say.
So as far as your 12U Texas Canes, like what are their goals? What are their plans? What are you guys doing this spring?
Our goals are obviously just like most years. We want to play against the best and compete and challenge the kids. We have a lot of kids that are not just from Dallas. We get some kids from different areas. We have one from Houston, one from San Antonio, one from Austin. So we get some kids over there, and I make them attend practice. We got kids that drive 3 or 4 hours to practice every week. That we do. So it's not just to show up and here we go, let's go play. And so we have a kid that actually just joined the team for the second time from New Mexico. He'll drive in on and fly in on weekends, and we'll scrimmage and break, and he'll practice and all that. So we just try to develop the kids. And my whole philosophy is I want to with the kids with the best players that possible. And at the end of the day, like I tell people all the time, my son plays on the team. Okay. So I want what's best for my kid first. Okay. That's the most important thing for me is my son. just like it is for most of y'all. You know, your kids are the most important things in your lives. It is for me as well. So I want to challenge him, play against the best, and go out and compete. And you know, my biggest thing is I want the kids to learn to compete, because when they get to high school in a few years, mommy and daddy, in my opinion, and everybody else, no matter if you played pro ball or didn't, doesn't really matter anymore. You know, and they need to learn that. You know, I heard a great saying that I use all the time is that every kid has to learn to sit the bench, because at some point in their career they're going to sit the bench.
Yes.
Period. I don't care if you're the fourth place hitter in your 9U team, or your junior year in high school, or your junior year in Miami. I was also a freshman at Miami who sat the bench, you know, for a lot of times. And 50% of those kids that sit the bench at Miami, you know what happens at the end of the year? They leave, they transfer. And that didn't start at Miami. It started probably when they were like 11, when mom and dad didn't like that they were sitting the bench for whatever team and quit. And then, you know, that coach sucks and let's go play over here and do that. So I try to teach these people, these parents especially, and the kids, that they have to learn to compete. You can't just come pay me $2,000 and say I want little Johnny to be the shortstop. If you're not the best shortstop, you're not the best shortstop. So we hardly charge any money. I just say, hey, listen, you want to come out here and compete? I can't promise you nothing. We'll compete and we'll go play. We'll play against the best. It'll be the best team you've ever played on, and that's it. You know, do we want to win every game? Of course we do. When we get between the lines, I want to win. I want to teach these kids to be winners and win. Does that mean that we're going to hurt kids and do all that? No, that doesn't mean all that. It just means that when we're between the lines, we're playing the game at a high level to try to win the game. So if that means bunting, hitting, run, stealing a certain time, that's what we're going to do. And, you know, I just want to teach them. So we're going to play in the biggest terms possible. To answer your question, we're going to go to Atlanta, the World Series, perfect game. We're going to New York for the NYBC in July. I don't think we're going to do the Elite 32 this year. We're going to go to California for the International World Series. And then we'll play in all the Super Nutties. Obviously, the one in March in Houston's big. I'm actually sitting in the hotel parking lot here in Houston now for this weekend we're playing.
Nice.
And so, you know, for our age group, unfortunately in Dallas, they don't have a lot of 12U major teams in our age group. So we have to come to Houston a lot, which we don't mind. Obviously, if the best competition's here, that's where we're going to come. And so we're just trying to, like I said, that's the main objective of the whole thing, is the kids to get better and compete. And, you know, that means sometimes that kid's going to they can go to 3-hole and play on that team. They're going to come over here and hit 9-hole. And, you know, that's just part of the game and part of learning it. And that's my big thing. And, you know, that's just my opinion. I ain't the right answer for everything. That's just my philosophy and what I believe in and what's right for me and works for us. And, you know, that's been pretty successful over the years. I mean, we win a lot of games, and I know that's not the answer for everything, but it does mean a lot. So, you know, we can't argue with that, with the success and the deals. And, you know, we've gotten, you know, most of our kids that have run through our program over the years, through the Bombers and other Canes, have went on to D1 colleges, done everything. You know, I started this program years ago with a 12U group as well. Now they're 18. Well, they had 14 kids on that team. 13 of the 14 signed Division I scholarships in the last 2 months over the last signing period. So, and we've had those kids the whole time since they were 12 for 6 years. You know, and there's not a lot of programs can say on the same team that they had 13 Division I scholarships, and we had them when they were 12. Yeah. You know, on the same team when they were 12, and you know they were very successful all these years. And
Yeah, for sure.
you know, we try to help people that need the help. You know, I mean, we have a lot of kids that come from tough backgrounds, a lot of Latino kids from Laredo and from South Texas that come up and play. And, you know, we help pay hotels, we've helped flights, we've helped get them places that they would never go. But, you know what, I always tell people, that's life-changing for them. You know, we have the 2 kids out of Laredo that never got out of Laredo. One of them signed a 100% scholarship at Oklahoma State 2 months ago, and the other one signed to Wichita State for 95%. Well, they're going to go get their education and be the first person in their entire family who's ever graduated college. Well, now they can go get a good job if baseball doesn't work out and change their lives for them and their kids, you know. And it's a bigger picture, you know. It's not just about, and everybody, because my big thing is everybody says, oh, Lale just wants to win. It's not about just winning. You know, it's a way bigger picture than that. You know, we're trying to get these kids that opportunity, and that's all you can ask for as a parent and as a kid, because even as me as a dad for my kids, I just want my kid to have the opportunity to go out there and compete and play at that level. You know, whether they make it or don't make it, I mean, the odds are obviously what they are. You know, they're very against them. And I'm not naive enough to think, oh, my kids are going to play in the major leagues or all this stuff. No, that's not probably going to happen. I get that. But if they can go to college and get the college paid for, then even better. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Agree 100%.
And that, man, that's a great answer. I know you have a 12-year-old son. You also have an 11-year-old son affiliated with the Texas Bombers.
Correct.
Can you talk a little bit about their team and what they're also going to be doing?
Yeah, well, I will say this: the 11U team's number one ranked team in the USSSA rankings in the country, and the 12U team is the number one ranked team in the nation. Just to put out there, because I know you have people that sit on the set that don't like to play us too much. They tend to not show up to tournaments.
Oh,
I'm gonna put that
shots
out there.
fired, Steve.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Because like you said, we're the
Shots
number one
fired.
perfect game team in the country from 11U, and now we're in the middle of the 12U season. And it ain't about who's number one, because who really knows who's number one? I don't have no idea. But we can't just keep claiming that, and then you don't get to play everybody. I just don't like that. Play everybody, and at the end of the year we'll decide. I think somebody said the other day that you ranked them number one, and then they said, well, we lost in the fall, but that didn't count because it was the fall. So now they're probably going to lose in March in Houston, and they're going to be like, well, it's just March. They don't count yet. Well, so I'd rather them tell me when it counts, and then we can all just show up and play then, because that's when it seems to matter. So to everybody. So I kind of want to put a little fire out there just to get some stuff stirred up for March. I enjoy that.
Okay. Yeah.
I love it. Love
But
it.
anyway, so the Bomber team, they're going to do pretty much the same schedule we do. My buddy Jason Andrews runs that team. My son Luke, he does play for them. He does a great job. They're pretty much playing, and they're going to the California World Series. They're obviously be in Houston. They have a really, really good team. They compete. I know they lost to Troy City's team in Dallas in a one-day tournament in the fall, and then we actually beat. I think they beat Troy's team and this Dallas Super Nut team, maybe, or Houston. I don't remember which one, but one of them. It was a great game. It was 2-0. I think it was 1-0 the whole time. And Fetters is a good friend of mine as well, and his son plays on there, so it's always. Well, he did play on there. It was always a good competition, and I enjoyed playing. So the 11U's that's a good age group, man. There's some really good teams all over the state. 12U's a little bit, for whatever reason, a little bit more hit and miss, but that 11U's a really good age group. So I think that'll be a very, very competitive tournament. And I think I saw the other day they had 47 teams or something crazy in the Houston Super Nut, which is nuts. But it goes to show you how many teams are out there competitive at that age group. But it should be a fun year for both the Canes and the Bombers. We're really looking forward to it and having a big year for both of them, and getting better. That's the main thing,
Oh yeah, for sure. I have a question for you, Coach. What are your thoughts on hot bats?
Hot bats. What do you mean by hot bats?
Rolled or shaved at the youth level?
Yeah, I listen. I don't think you should do either. Number one, shave for sure. I mean, I know a lot of people roll their bats and stuff like that. I hear about it all the time. I don't because hell, they break in 2 weeks on them rainies if you roll them. I mean, so I'm like, dude, why am I going to roll it and have to send it back to warranty in 2 weeks and do all that? It's just ridiculous because they already break enough. No, I don't think that's a good deal. I mean, I know I see it all the time, and people even posting on Facebook about rolling bats for $20 and all that stuff. I just don't think it's worth the 5 feet to hit a baseball.
Well, I actually have one of your hot bats right here, a C4 bat that is for your son. So I'll see you this weekend and I'll give it to you. So
yeah, I would like that one. Did he? I need to inspect that, man. Is that coming from the ZT team? You might be setting me up, man. I need to inspect that before you make it in court, before you give it to me. I like
the other one,
let's
too.
There you go.
Let's put that on your podcast to make sure we all are on the same team. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I need to hook up with you and get those. I do appreciate him making them bats. He did some bats for me last year, and they're really good bats.
Okay, so talking about the C4 bats, what is your opinion on the C4 bat?
I think it's a great bat. I mean, you know what? I really liked it because it was a good balance for the kids, for the youth level, and it's hard to find youth wood bats that are quality for that age, because I'm a big believer in the fall and in the wintertime, the youth should use wood bats to train and get ready and do that, because like I said, man, it's hard to use these metal bats these days because in the cages and stuff, because they break so easily. And us as parents, we're spending $300 or $400, man. We got to send it back, and it's a pain. So I really like them. I think it's good for the kids, and they're quality. You can tell. I mean, you can tell people that have been around bats they're good quality bat, and he does a really good job with those. And obviously, when you get them personalized and put their kids' names on them, they really enjoy that. I give mine for gifts for my kids for their birthdays, and And actually, to be honest with you, Victor Nava last year donated one for each of my kids, which I really appreciate. And so my kids really enjoyed them. They used them for a year until my bats got stolen a few weeks ago in Houston, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, let's bring that up.
is that
So,
Baseball
so
USA?
those were the bats that were stolen out of the hotel
yeah.
by Baseball USA, right?
Yeah, I was at the Comfort Suites, and my whole back end of my truck got stolen. Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. My bats and my gloves and my catching gear. I had 4 kids worth of stuff in my truck and my uniforms. Because it was our first tournament, so I had all the kids' uniforms for Sunday in my truck, and they all got stolen. And then miraculously, 2 weeks later, they show up on the internet for sale. And so I actually bought some of them back from the guy, whoever had them. And I hated that I had to repay for my own bats, but that's what ended up happening. I had to pay $400 for my own stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that, man. I hate when things like that happen.
I learned the lesson. I'm actually sitting in the same hotel parking lot right now. I'm about to check in, and I'm definitely taking all my stuff in my room this time.
Yeah, for sure.
Learned my lesson.
So can you repeat where they got the stolen from?
Yeah. So I have marked all my bats now for sure. So whoever takes them, definitely, I'm gonna get them back.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, hey, Coach, I appreciate you calling in and giving us
no
some
problem,
love
man.
and some insight. And, we're looking forward to welcoming you to our tournament here in Houston and hoping to see you a lot more often here down in town. And we'll link up this weekend, and I'll give you
Yeah, I
your
appreciate
2
it. And I
bats.
appreciate it if you would readjust those 12U rankings at some point. I don't know if we need to go like 60-0 or what we need to do, but like at some point, let's revisit that maybe if we could, if you don't mind.
Yeah, definitely. Hey.
So I appreciate everything else, man.
Look at Spencer's comment.
All right, sounds good,
All
man.
right.
I appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Man,
Some fire right there.
Man.
Fire, spitting fire.
fires.
Ooh, 2017 comparisons right there.
Yeah.
Look at them comparisons.
Man, Steve's nowhere to be found, though, man.
He's watching.
Steve's on there. He's watching.
He's watching? Man. Hey, shout out to Miss Beth. You guys are playing this weekend. I'm going to go show y'all some love. So, shout out to the Backyard Ballers 10U. Much love to you guys out there. Shout out Chester Session. He's in the building. Shout out Steve Fiedler. Shout out Carlos Luna. Jason Andrews watching.
Shout out to Dynasty.
Shout out Dynasty. Man, so obviously we're not gonna cover. I'm just not gonna cover the results from the last weekend. But so what I'm gonna do is the Houston area rankings. Just because everybody plays on staggered weekends, we'll do them every 2 weeks. I think that's fair.
And we'll have them on the website.
And we'll have them on the website. So every 2 weeks they'll refresh because there's teams out there that cherry pick and don't want to play that weekend, so they'll play the next weekend, et cetera, et cetera. So
Pasadena Legends.
Santos. But anyways, so that's pretty exciting. But hey, man, that was a good interview from Coach, man. Not a lot of people know him from the select baseball world. Not a lot of people talk about his Miami days, so it was special to get him in here and talk about it when we got a Miami helmet on the table.
It's good.
Yeah, for sure. Again, we want to give a big shout out and a lot of love to our sponsor, C4 Bat Company, the best wood bat in the market. You heard it here first, and you will continue to hear it. And also for our other sponsor, Issa Cookies, for the best cookies in the city, protein, sugar, and much more. Visit www.issacookies.com. Place your order. Again.
She had a lot of cookies today.
Didn't she have a picture?
Yeah,
with
she had
somebody famous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There was
So,
Junior
there was
wanted
a
to do a
picture
poll on
going
that.
on.
He wanted to do a poll on that.
What's
so
the poll on that?
we're going to do a quick poll for the next 15 minutes. In the comments right now, is Julia Morales, is she hot or is she not? Okay, 15 minutes starting now. So
Tell us the story on that, Junior.
So the story behind that is Julia Morales and my wife are friends. They got cookies, took pictures. So they took a selfie the other day. I put it in our Wind Up podcast group, and I wrote, I was like, what's up, Julio? What do y'all think? Julio and Steve said no. They are going to pass. So I put it on my Facebook, and it blew up.
It did
And
blow up.
it was about 90% yes. So What do you guys think, man? Is Julia Morales hot or is she not? And if you don't know who Julia Morales is, she is the Astros
Sports, the AT&T
sportscast reporter.
Field reporter.
Hey,
Yeah.
funny story. I faced Matt Clark in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit a linea right over first base
Over
for a double. Yeah,
facing you?
Yeah, her husband, Matt Clark.
Were they stealing signs?
I think they were. I threw that. It was spotted up inside corner, 90, 91. I don't know. And he turned on it like he knew it was coming. I want to say he had the signs.
Yeah. Cane's not the only top team in Dallas-Fort Worth. Watch out, Spitfire, 12U Major. We coming strong. Oh, man. The 12. Hey, we about to start something. I think what we're going to have to do is anybody. Okay, if you say you're the best 12U team, we're going to get you off field and we're going to go live from the wind-up page and we're going to have the undisputed #1 team. How about that? How about that, Julio?
Yeah, that would be great.
Steve would say.
No.
Steve would probably say.
They would say
yes.
nah.
Right?
I don't know.
Again, we want to give another shout out to the Wind Up Media Group. Website should be up and running in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, we should hopefully have some upcoming.
We will have all of our sponsors, all of the rankings, all of the awards, and much more there.
Yeah, we'll have tournament results
Hey,
after every tournament.
Beth, don't confuse me. I'm trying to take the polls down. You can't write multiple times. You can only vote one time. You're confusing me. I'm not very smart.
Well, it looks like the poll saying she's hot.
It's definitely 6-0 right now.
Man.
We need more. There's 46 viewers. We need more comments.
It's all right, though.
Linares, I feel you, bro.
Shout out to everybody that's playing this weekend, man. It's going to be another great weekend. Weather's actually going to be pretty good for
nice.
for this weekend. So everybody bring out their Yeti cup.
Yeah, it's supposed to get up in the 80s on Sunday.
Ooh, man. Sunday's going to
It's
be
going to be
good.
nice.
Great weekend.
Shout out to Jose Linares, even though he doesn't have a kid playing. Shout out.
Shout out, man. He's watching the show. He's getting ready.
He's getting ready.
He knows that when he has a son, he knows where to go. He knows where to find the information.
Steve says not.
not.
Steve with the knot.
Steve, you can't not show up to the.
Okay, we got another vote for.
Oh, let me.
They-
You know what? Let me post it on there. I got another one.
Oscarin.
Ooh,
Oh, here we
Oscarin.
go. Here. Man, I don't know this. Oh, man.
It's getting hot. It is getting hot. 7-4, guys.
Oh, here we go.
Santos, that's the third vote, ain't it, Santos?
Yes. Keith. I love that. Man. Shout out to my boy Keith Fetters, man. Much love. I'll see you soon, bro.
Hey, Keith, let me know when you want to pick up. Hot. Ooh, hot not. Ooh. And y'all can't vote twice, guys, because I'm not going to be able to keep up with this.
Okay, man.
Come on, Gilbert.
We got 10 more minutes. Is Julia Morales, is she hot or not?
Spencer, we're not worried about who's better 12 of you. We're worried about who's hotter. I need your vote, Spencer.
So what's the name of the tournaments?
The tournament, I believe, is a 300-point classic or something like that.
Who's the best 12U team, though, Junior?
Who is the best 12U team?
And Steve's not here, so you.
Steve's not here. Look,
so
man,
don't
it's
count
not
the
even.
vote.
I'm gonna go. Look, 1 and 2, ZT and Canes.
So who's 1 and who's 2?
I'll go. I have to go ZT1 just
Have
because
you have you
bec-
seen the other team?
I haven't seen them, but I'm
okay,
gonna see
okay.
them this weekend. You know, to be fair, I haven't seen them. I'll see them this weekend.
You need to call your boy, tell him to match him up in the pools. In pool play.
Hey, yeah. I'm telling you, we don't need them. We don't need to play them in the tournament. We'll find them a field, an undisputed 1-game championship for
Winner
all the
takes all.
marbles. Winner takes all, including the perfect game ranking. I'm down for that. And we can do that for the 11s and the 10s as well.
We're not included in the 11?
We'll hop in it. It's a buy entry tournament. You can buy yourself into this bracket,
The
but hey,
podcast tournament, non-sanctioned or sanctioned? How are we doing this?
we need to talk to USSSA to get this
Get this
event
sanctioned?
sanctioned.
We need to talk about podcast tournament. Cupid Shuffle, podcast tournament right here.
Man, what would we call it though?
The podcast. What do you mean?
The wind-up tournament?
The wind-up
tournament.
challenge.
The wind-up
The
challenge.
wind-up challenge. There you go.
Winner
You want
takes all.
if you want to like defend your rank, this is where to do it. You just call us up. We set up the matchup and we go
I
live.
think it has to be like at the end of the season. When
Nah, it's got to be before all the World Series, before they all hit out.
Ms. Beth says, I still think you need to rank the parents. Man, that'd be pretty good. I mean, look, last weekend the parents were pretty good. I don't think nobody got out of hand.
It's still early.
Way
I don't
early.
know, no, wait. There was a fan that got onto you after that kid got thrown out.
What?
After the
Oh
kid
yeah,
got thrown out.
yeah. That's
Why did he get
right.
thrown out?
He didn't
He ran
slide
over the
in home.
catcher.
He ran to
Yeah,
against
and,
Efren.
no,
No, that wasn't it.
No, not Efren, but it was another kid on the team. And he got thrown out, and Junior was doing the
Tell him what I was doing.
game.
I was doing the
game
Dougie.
change- He,
Oh,
was doing,
wait, oh.
he was doing the game changer. He needed to clarify who got thrown out, and the parent from the stands went crazy on him.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
here.
that's why like much respect and love to all the game changer dads and moms. But I think I'm gonna retire after one weekend, dude. I went over there and I asked the blue.
What was
I'm
his
like,
number?
I'm like, what was his number? Like, who got what
You're
happened?
legit asking a
I was
question.
asking. The mom's like, you know, and I was
The
like,
parent was like,
oh.
"You know who got thrown out? Why are you bringing it up?"
Yes, Miss
We're
Beth,
just
I
like,
did. I
we're
did
trying to
mess up the
clarify.
game changer stats. I messed them up.
Man. So I got the tournament pulled up here. 9 U majors looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah. We have ambush in the house. Like I said, Coach Sam Garcia, Isaac also.
Nitro.
Nitro, yeah, man.
Julian
That's gonna be a
Morales,
good one.
8-5 right now, 8-5.
Okay, we have 5 minutes left in the
What
poll.
about the 10U? 10U major, there's only 5 teams.
Yeah, but who do you got? Ballers Black, Strike Zone, Texas Nitro, the show. Okay, so we have 3 out of the 5 top
Yeah.
5 10U
Sure,
teams in the
yeah.
tournament. So it's a good tournament, man, for the 10U. You know what's the best thing about that 10U tournament this weekend? That on Sunday it ends at 11:30.
Nice. Best thing there. Hey, 11U's pretty big.
We need to make
Yeah,
a 10U
yeah.
team, bro.
Yeah.
We need to make a 10U team to compete
City's gonna
against
be there?
ZT.
Legends. NEB's going to be down here.
NEB, shout out to Kenny Science and Aaron Simpson.
Dynasty, Larsa Ball.
Shout out Coach Larzabal in
9-5
the building.
hot. Who's Dave? Dave, are you voting hot? Is that why it's
yes,
9-5? Okay.
yes, Dave Snyder
9 to 5.
with the 9 to 5. We have 3 minutes left in the poll.
12 major.
Pinchos Karin.
12
Pinchos
major.
Karin.
We got Texas Kane and Lead in there. They're in there, right? That's right. 30,
Look at that.
Shout out Oscar. The pizza still hasn't got here.
He never brought pizza?
Yeah, he did.
No.
Oh, you
did-
brought
he
Little
did?
Caesar. What did he bring?
Oh, yeah,
Brought
he
Pizza
did.
Hut.
Yeah, he did. Shout out. So, okay, let's go back to the college baseball. Who do you guys think is going to take it? You know, I said Vandy. You said
I
who?
say Vandy, even
I
though
said
they
Louisville.
lost
Louisville?
4-3. I still will say Vandy. Vandy's got the better pitching.
Man, they're loaded, dude. That team is loaded. You know, college baseball, I think it's actually fun again now. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because you're actually watching?
No, I think it's fun again just because a lot of people are going to be glued to the MLB, and it's going to attract the lower levels. You know, expect a spike in like AAA and AA baseball, man. I'm telling you right now, Round Rock and Corpus Christi, they're about to sell out. They're
Los
about to
Karin
see.
said he's bringing Spankies one day.
One
He didn't
day.
say when. He said one day.
Well, Ms. Beth says Arkansas. Arkansas.
Razorbacks. The Razorbacks,
Aggies.
really? Over LSU? They won't even win the conference.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give some love to San Jack while
Hey, so
we're at it.
Vanderbilt just lost. So
Vanderbilt just lost, but there's
Michigan.
no way they win the conference. I don't think Razorbacks will win in the conference.
We've been working on calling fly balls. That's awesome. That is awesome. But going back to like what the original topic was going to be for today, like I said, I'm sorry for the guys that are tuning in. We had to reschedule due
Did
to
they just say
whatever.
Aggies won 17-1?
man.
Was that
Yeah,
I'm looking at the.
yeah.
Aggie baseball?
I'm
That's-
sorry. Like I said, hold on, Santos, real quick. I'm sorry that we had to reschedule due to some circumstances, but we will touch on the topic. We have Delaney Dunham from Barbers Hill. She will be calling in for a live interview, and we will redo the Girls of Baseball episode. You know, I don't have a daughter personally, so I wouldn't think it would be appropriate to kind of have my opinion. I wanted to have somebody else that was here that is actually going through it. Fortunately, they had an emergency that occurred. But we will touch on this subject again. Don't have to win conference to go to College World Series, says Steve.
Obviously, Steve. Obviously. And obviously you don't have to be on the podcast to vote your opinion, huh?
Man,
How about you show up and do your job one time?
Steve has a coronavirus.
So what was the poll
One
ending?
time.
The poll ended already.
The
What
poll
was
has
it?
Poll
ended.
9-5.
9-5. Julia
Man.
Morales
9
is
to
hot.
5. Sorry, Steve. Again, your vote doesn't matter.
9-5. Julia Morales. Well, like I said, guys, I appreciate.
That was a tough job.
I appreciate Santos coming on, man.
That
Like I
was a
said,
tough
it was short notice. I appreciate all our viewers and listeners. We had a great turnout.
We're close to rescheduling the whole show altogether. Santos came in with the save and saved us up on it.
Straight up. Congratulations, your first save, bro.
Yeah.
Your first
Didn't have
save.
many of those in my career, but got one here.
Hey, man, that's awesome. But hey, no, for real though, we were gonna reschedule, and then last minute we said, you know what, we owe it to our fans. So I appreciate everybody that stuck it out. I'm dealing with a little cold as well, but I'm here, so hopefully Steve would have made it. But shout out to Steve. Hey, no BS though, man. Hopefully Steve can get better.
Oh, Steve's
I
calling.
did. Oh, wait, Steve's calling.
Steve is calling. Hey, hold on.
Wait.
Hey,
Steve?
hold on.
Steve.
Well, what's up, guys?
Well, you sound good.
2 hours later.
Well,
after
you
leave
sound good, Steve.
Vic
I'm
and
glad you're better.
Anthony's.
At the end.
Listen, man, Sunday, I was feeling awesome. Woke up Monday morning, dude, practically dying. I thought y'all were going to have to do an in memoriam show for me this weekend. But, man, this flu, I haven't had the flu in like 5 years. Man, whooped my butt.
Man, I already
But I'm
told
back.
you. I already told you.
What's that?
I already told you. You need to stop smoking cigarettes, man. That's what's messing you up, man.
Man, I wish I smoked cigarettes, but hey,
Hey.
it just happens. I was sick, so shout out to Santos for showing up today.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Steve. But hey, I mean, you heard Lale, bro. I mean,
No, I heard. Hold on. My phone was on it, but I went downstairs. I heard some of it. I
Okay.
didn't, but I got text messages about it. So
Okay,
I don't know. Fill me in.
so what we're trying to do here is Lale just came on the show and he said that they deserve that #1 rank. So what we're thinking
Okay.
is, can we make this happen where we have one baseball field for all the marbles? We go live on the Wind Up podcast.
Wind up challenge.
Wind Up challenge for the #1 undisputed ranking. But I know you guys are down. But let's go ahead and get PG involved and put the #1 overall PG ranking on the line for the fans, man.
Okay.
Is that a
Is
yes,
that a
or,
yes
no?
or a no?
We need to know.
I mean, well, who else are you going to put in? I mean, because you got to bring in Easton Top Notch. You got to bring in maybe somebody else.
Okay, look, this is what we're gonna do. Easton Top Notch, we'll bring them in, and we'll bring in we'll bring the top 4 PG teams. How about that? Is that a fair assessment, or is somebody
Yeah,
else?
that's a fair assessment.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's reach out to
Okay.
them. Let's bring them in an undisputed #1 ranking. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Call it the Wind Up Podcast Tournament.
Sounds
Round
good,
robin.
man.
Hey, man, did you get Pepe sick too? Apparently, Oscarin says he got sick, man.
Who? Pepe?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I have no idea, man.
Steve and
I have no
Pepe.
idea. I know I'm sick though. I'll be better next week though.
Man, but look, how are you guys gonna be spending $200 on a couple of medicine pills, and you and Vic still sick after a whole week, man?
I think
First of all, I don't spend $200 on that. I think that was I saw that post. I
Okay.
don't know about that, but I think mine cost like 38 or something like that.
Hey, man, Lale just commented he's in. So okay, we got
2.
Do we got 2? So somebody go ahead and send this to Top Notch, and who's gonna be the 4th team, man? You 2 guys decide, or you 3 guys decide. Top
I'm not
Notch is
going to
in.
decide right now. I don't know who else is up there.
All right.
I'm sure we'll figure it out on the field. That's where it's always figured out anyway. By the way, we're up 4-1, but Who's counting?
You're counting.
You're obviously counting, Steve.
Well, there you have it.
You're definitely counting, Steve. What do you mean, who's counting? You are.
When it counts.
I think you're the only one that
I-
knows that.
At least no, hold on. At least that's what I was told in text. Like I said, I didn't see the whole thing. I've been going back and forth. I'm still battling this cough. Dude, seriously, I think I got a mixture of the swine flu, the bird flu, SARS,
Coronavirus.
type A.
Whatever
I
excuse
don't
you got to
know.
come up with, Steve.
What's that?
Whatever excuse you got to come up with. I took
For
over.
what?
Don't worry. I took over the show for you. Don't worry. You had your Valentine's Day with Nava. We're good. We're all good here. We're all
We're
good.
at Vic
I
and
got
Anthony?
your back. I got your back, Steve.
How was that
Did
steak,
not,
Steve?
hey, but while I'm at it, shout out Big, JD, and Chester. While I'm at it, and Trevor. So, but yeah, man, listen, hey, let me shout out though real quick. Tyler Myers, he was supposed to be a guest on our show, but we had that accident. Well, we didn't have the accident, but that accident right there in front of Junior's house. He's with Ole Miss. Unfortunately, he had elbow surgery, so he's going to be out this season. However, we're still going to A&M in March to go watch them play.
Yes, we are.
Also, shout out to the Grind and Raul. Make sure you guys sign up for that tournament. I believe it's on February 22nd. All the teams who win are going to get a custom C4 bat, so that's also pretty good. Also, shout out to the Sabres. They're raffling off, I think, 2 or 3 custom C4 bats. So I want to give them some love as well. Shout out to Ovidio, Phillip, and all those guys out there. So, you know, it is what it is. How'd it go today, man? Everything went well?
Yeah. You know, we've had a 2-hour show where we wish you were here, but you know, I know you're over there and you enjoyed your filet mignon from Vic and Anthony's.
And I tell you what, you know what? I tell you what, I wish I did have it. Listen, I just barely got, was able to enjoy any type of taste of my food the other day. As a matter of fact, yesterday, man, it's, like I said, dude, shout out to me not getting a flu shot this year, but I rolled the dice, hadn't had the flu in 4 or 5 years. Man, I don't want this shit again, but it is what it is. So you guys sounded good. The sound was good. The visual was good, what I saw. So and the guests were good too. You know, shout out Lale, man. He put up a good interview. His bats came out good. So you know, it's all good, man. All good.
All right, man.
And I like the shots he fired too. That's awesome. So.
Man,
You know.
y'all better
It is.
respond, man.
Hopefully, you put some fire in y'all's
We-
butts.
We can,
No, man, it's all good. I mean, it's all good. I mean, hey, I just hope one day I can hear the legends have a rival with somebody. I don't know who that's going to be. I mean, maybe
Hey,
amongst-
worry about
oh,
yourself. Worry about yourself over there, Steve. How about you get better than
Oh.
you come over here and talk some mess?
Hey, listen. Before I go, so shout out to the 3 Crunkers coaches in the building. That would be Junior, Santos, and who's the other coach? Brian?
Brian,
Yeah, y'all dudes, man. Y'all take it to another level.
have
But
to,
so-
have to.
But so check this out before I go. Man, I'm going to the game to watch you guys play, right? And I'm thinking, man, my boy Junior's going to be at third or at first base, man, just coaching his butt off. Then I get there, and to my dismay, he's on a bucket doing Game Changer. Come on, man. How y'all going to put my boy on a Game Changer on a bucket? I mean, and then he's like, hey, bro, this is so hard. Man, it ain't hard.
He said
It ain't hard at all.
He said he wanted to be a parent.
With the pink bang under.
He said he wanted to be a parent, so we let him be one of the parents on the side doing Game Changer. That's what he wanted to do.
Like, but parents
So
gotta be
he-
out in the bleachers.
Hey, and then he was eating. I think he was eating like a brisket sandwich or something too, man.
On the field.
It was
was.
it was a Twinkie. It was a Twinkie.
No, it was a brisket
Nah,
sandwich because I told
it was
Steve,
a
you want
brisket
some?
sandwich.
And he's like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm glad I didn't share with him. I'd have been sick as hell. But man,
Yeah.
he was making fun of my pink bang, but that's the best flavor, man. The pink bang.
Nah,
Shout out to Bangs.
well, I like cotton candy on the Bang drink, but nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. So hopefully I'll be able to be in next week. Shout out to the check down. Art Brown's coming on. Those boys are tearing it up over there. So hopefully, and you guys are gonna have a. Hey, did y'all get three of you guys? Did y'all get each other a gift or something for today or no?
No,
Or
we
am
had
I
to
not-
work, Steve. We had to work, Steve.
Yeah.
Or am I not supposed to talk about that?
No, we had to work.
I'm about
We
to
didn't have time
take
for that.
I'm about to take Santos out to eat right now.
Yeah, we had to work, Steve. We didn't have time for all that. We had to work and prepare.
We actually
Hey,
did.
We take it serious,
Hey.
Steve. Unlike you, we don't take days off, okay?
It's grind till you sign,
It's grind
Dad.
till you sign.
Come on, Dad.
Man, too old to sign, bro.
We-
Too old to sign. But I leave that for y'all.
We don't celebrate Valentine's. We're out of middle school. Plus, we can't get a date, so leave us alone. Can't you tell off my Facebook?
Y'all be
I've been
good.
trying. I've been trying, Steve.
Hey, you did good, Santos. You did good.
Appreciate it, Steve.
You did good. So I'm gonna have to shout out. I'm gonna have to let y'all go, man. But
Thank
y'all
God.
be good. And hey,
Hey, where
Y'all have fun.
where you going right now? You getting on your yacht or your private plane or something? Is that what's going on?
He's waiting for the
Nah.
valet to come and bring his
no.
Bentley.
He's in the airport waiting
shoot.
for his kids to come in for tomorrow.
Man, you going to Chicago for the All-Star game, huh?
No, I'm fixing to go finish watching Narcos Mexico.
Oh, I need to
season
watch
2.
that.
Did just come out.
Yeah,
At
sure
a
did.
boy.
Look,
Sure
there's a few things I haven't seen in my lifetime. Game of Thrones, Narcos, Breaking Bad, and
Dragon Ball Z?
Nah,
all day.
I watch
All day, every day, huh?
all day. But
Fast and the
yeah,
Furious.
it's Fast and
What
Furious.
about Power?
No, I've never seen Power, and I'm not interested.
Wow.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna finish. I think I'm like on episode 7. That's about the only good thing I've seen. Hey, man, I saw that Netflix thing, Cheer. Have y'all seen that?
No.
Is that us in the coaches boxes or what?
Nah, that's about cheerleading, man.
Oh.
At Navarro. Hey, dude, y'all need to watch it.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
You laugh at me all you want. That's a good show.
I didn't know where you were going with that one, Steve.
Nah, well, you listen, when you're sick
Does it kind?
and you're just trying, and you're at home, you watch all sorts of
You're
stuff.
trying to pump yourself up.
Is it kind of like a Friday Night Type kind of deal or what?
Yeah, man, it's kind of like a Last Chance You type of thingy.
Oh, okay.
But except it's not. I mean, it's totally different. And speaking of which, to check down the trainer from Last Chance U from Independence, she's going to be
On the show.
speaking to the Baytown coaches on Tuesday. And to check
Wow.
down,
Check down.
me and I think Robert are going to be there
You'll be there?
interviewing her. We're going to try to get her on the podcast.
That is awesome.
Woo!
Yeah.
So
Shout out.
much,
Yeah, it is.
so much
So-
fire.
What's that?
How come,
There's so much fire.
how come we can't get somebody like that?
What do you mean?
Somebody in the on White Up.
What are you talking about? We get guests all the time.
True.
Yeah. We get guests all the time, man.
Santos
You just
making
don't
his
watch all the
debut for
time, but-
2020. Block his mic, man.
Yeah.
Santos is about to get fired.
Hey,
Yeah,
shot,
hey, fire him.
hey, Steve, real quick. You gonna be at the 10U tailgate for S30 or what? It's going down, bro.
Now, when you say tailgate, is somebody going to be there cooking, or you're just going to be there? First of all, you're going to be there?
I'm gonna be there, man. I'm gonna have my little pit. My little pit.
Yeah, he's taking that weekend off from our
man.
team.
I see you inviting everybody. When I think of a tailgate, I'm thinking about barbecue. I'm thinking about beer. I'm thinking about all that stuff. So you got to define what a tailgate is, because I think some people are going to be thinking that there's going to be a big old pit out there with food, and you just go out there with one short rib and that little bitty Weber you got in the back.
That's what
Man,
he's
people are going to
taking.
be disappointed.
That's
Man,
what he's taking.
That's
the
all I
little
can
one.
fit in the car, man. Come on, man.
Man.
Hey, well, let me borrow
Well-
your big old competition barbecue grill that you got.
He'll put. He'll
It's
put
down
it-
the street,
actually-
anyways.
He'll pull it with his Ferrari.
No, the Bentley.
I got 2 of them. To be honest with you.
Man, but anyway,
But,
shout out to those boys
we'll
out there.
see.
Santa. All right,
Yeah,
man.
so we need to figure out what's going to happen on that though. But yeah, you know what? I think I may be with the 10U that week. So yeah,
There you go.
I will be out there.
We have Backyard Ballers Black confirmed. Cidius USA from Dallas confirmed. MVP
Okay.
has
Dave
confirmed.
Snyder, he's going to Steve's.
ZT10U has confirmed. And a couple other teams are going to be confirmed. So it's going to go
Yeah,
down,
okay.
dude. We're going to have a
And-
live concert.
And okay, and what time is that going to be? Because
We're gonna post up there Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 6.
Okay.
Paul Wall gonna be out there or what?
Yeah.
Mike Clevenger.
Hold on. From 11 to 6 or for when your team is playing?
Nah, 11
Which
to
one is
6. Big old tailgate. It's going down.
Okay.
We
You
got
heard
the,
it-
we
you
got
heard
the
it from
okay.
Junior.
We got the
11 to
okay.
6.
So everybody just got to bring their own tent. But we good.
Everybody's got to bring the old tent?
Yeah. We're gonna work out the
Okay.
details later, but it's going down, man. Just
No,
get
it
ready
sounds
for
like it. It sounds like it. That's it. We're gonna have shirts. We're gonna have stickers. What we're gonna? I heard you say something about hats.
Yeah, we're
you
gonna
know.
have hats up there. We're gonna try to have some shirts out there, and we're gonna try to have stickers. So make sure that when
Julio, did you sign off on a hat? Because I haven't seen a hat yet, but I guess we're getting them made.
I guess so, Steve.
we're getting them made, man.
Steve, this is your brand. Why are you talking like this? This is your brand. You got to be talking up your brand.
And we are talking up our brand.
Steve's sick. He hasn't been keeping up with the emails.
He's not thinking right.
He's on vacation mode. But anyways, hey, bro, I appreciate you calling in.
Yep.
And I'll talk to you probably right after we finish the show. So.
Oh, okay. 4-1 when it really counts. That'll be good.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Later.
Have a
Bye.
good one. Stay safe.
Man.
That sounds bad, dude. When it just hangs up like that, you should have hung up on him.
Man.
All
Steve's
right,
sick.
guys.
Steve's sick, bro. Well, anyways, hey, I appreciate everybody joining us in. Let's give some more love to our sponsors, C4 Bat Company, #Red Cups for all your wood bat needs. Use the premium wood. We have
There's a discount in it.
yeah, we have a discount. If you mention the wind up, you get 10% off. So the wind up 20, text that to or DM that to Steve. You will receive 10% off your order. Any custom bat, like I said, you can get anything on it from different tones, different stickers. For the highest quality wood bat in the game, C4 Bat Company. Follow them. Also, to our second sponsor, Issa Cookies, for the best cookies in town. Custom orders, chocolate chip, keto, you name it.
Official cookies for Julia Morales.
Official cookies for Julia Morales, who also won the vote 9-5 today. Issa Cookies, www.issacookie.com. And our last sponsor, the number one for michelada mix for the Houston Select baseball parents, Ferrari michelada mix.
Party teams.
For the party teams, the official Ferrari. God, I keep messing that up. The official mix for party teams. Get you some Ferrari michelada mix. So there you have it. Our three sponsors, and like I said, we will be announcing a couple more in the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
so
more in the works. And the website's coming up. It's coming up pretty good.
yeah, website will be coming up. So we're looking forward to everybody's pictures, comments, and suggestions. So with that said, guys, we appreciate Santos coming in and filling in. Like I said, I want to go ahead and apologize for having to reschedule our topic. We will go back to it. I want to thank Julio as well, our executive producer behind the computer, got on the table for today. We also want to give Tanner Lucas some love out there out of Willis, Texas for the Cino Curve 11U baseball program.
Make sure if you have any extra gear that you want to donate, let's send it over to that Little League.
Yes,
We'll-
Blue Ridge
we'll post up.
Association.
We'll post up the address again on our website. Or
Marcus,
post on
let me know when I
Facebook.
can go fishing. I'll give your son a fastball.
And also, shout out to Lale Esquivel from the Texas Canes and Texas Bombers, calling in and giving us some insight and talking to us about a little bit about his collegiate career at the University of Miami. So with that said, guys, signing off here at the Wind Up Podcast. We have Julio, we have Santos, and we have myself. Like I said, stay tuned for next week. Next week's guest is Rashard Wells. He will be in the building. We will be talking all kinds of travel baseball and baseball topics. So stay tuned for another good show, and we should have Steve. But hey, no, for real though, we were gonna so we'll have Steve next week. So with that said, man, signing off.
Thank you for having me.